Real quick.
In Acts chapter 8, verse number 29,
Bring it out.
it reads, Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran thither to him, and heard him read the prophet Isaiah,
Right?
and said, Understandest thou what thou readest?
That what?
Standest thou what thou readest?
Right?
And he said, How can I, except some man should guide me?
Right? So a man is set up to guide other men. Right? We just didn't know this knowledge just because. Like it just snapped to us. Right? I was taught elders, right? You got elders in this thing. Taught the young men, trying to put this thing together, man. Right? But hey, that's how man is being guided, right? By learning through other men.
Right, right.
All praise to the Most High. But yeah, I'm glad to talk to you, brother. I know you say you got a Uber.
Yeah, it's coming. It's on the way. I'm
All
back.
praise. But
I mean, I appreciate you guys
all
for sure,
praise.
man.
So you got a flyer?
Nah,
You
nah,
get
give me one.
you get a flyer.
That's okay.
Right, we the WFI Indiana. Right, I don't know if you ever heard of Watchmen of Israel, but we out here every Friday and Saturday. Sometimes we try to go to MLK 29. Sometimes we go to Post Road, right, Mill Offer, right, Lord willing, just to go to the hoods and show our people the way as well. But yeah, scan the QR code, tap in.
That's where we at.
Yeah, tap in, brother.
Yeah, it's
We
literally.
said, what's your name again?
I'm actually Chris.
Chris. All right, Chris.
What's your name, bro?
Ariel.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too.
Sure, yeah.
Good talking to you,
Oh,
King.
yeah.
You're very enlightened and
Oh, yeah.
fresh.
For sure. Appreciate you
All
guys.
praise
All right,
King.
man, be safe out here.
All praise King. All right, so all praise to the Most High God. All right, so man, it's good to talk to brothers that know what's going on, man. I don't get those get that a lot, man. You had the other brother kind of was saying Yahweh shot and was saying Khan. He kind of threw me. I was like, what you say? I was saying Khan. Man. I was like, what? Like all praise to the Most High, man. And Lord willing, our people continue to take step by step, right, and keep these laws, statutes, commandments, right, to their best of their ability, because that's the only way, right, we're gonna get the hell out of this damn condition. This is a state, right, as a nation of people, man. Right, we gotta keep the commandments. That's what we honed in on, man. Is keeping the laws, statutes, commandments, right, and keeping faith, man.
Right,
Right,
right.
both go hand in hand, right? We're not law, right? But you gotta keep both, man. Right, but all
Oh
praise to the
shit,
Most
man.
High. Give
So
me
I don't know if you on, if they over there
go
doing
back
live.
into
I don't
that
know if you wanted
Proverbs.
to.
I'm gonna get a couple more.
And we in the
Proverbs 14,
we in the
verse 15.
background. I don't know.
Give me Second Thessalonians 2
I
and
said
verse
we in the
3.
background of they live.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse
You see?
15. It reads thus. The simple believeth every word,
Right,
but the prudent man looketh well to his nose.
right, and the prudent man, he's gonna look well to his going.
Right,
Right,
right.
he's not gonna believe everything.
Right.
Right, he's not gonna be easily to be deceived. Right, y'all got those.
I'm bipolar, fine. You guys know my business now.
Right, he's not gonna be. What's going on with you? That's who you with, brother?
I'm with my Lord and Savior,
All
bro.
praises, all praises.
God, okay. All praises, King. God chose the people. We love you, brother. All praises, right? Right, man. Our people waking up, man. Yeah, Jay kind of put himself in, a weird predicament, man. But all praises says, it says a wise man, right? He's looking at a prudent man, right? He's looking for a way. What's going on, man? Rough paraphrasing, right? Bring this up.
The book of Second Thessalonians, chapter 12, verse 3.
Bring it out.
It says, "Let no man deceive you.
What it say?
Let no man deceive you.
What about Christianity?
Let no man deceive you.
Right?
by any means.
Right?
For the day shall not come, except there come a falling away first."
Right? It says it's gonna be a falling away first. Right? A lot of our people gonna fall away in this thing, man. They gonna know the name of the Most High, Yahweh. Right? They gonna know the name of Yahweh Shah. They gonna know we gotta keep the laws, statutes, commandments. They gonna know prophecy. Right? But a lot of men too and women gonna fall away. They're gonna go back to the world. Right? They're gonna go back into their own lust. They're gonna go back to smoking weed. Right? A lot of people gonna fall away, man. Right? But you can't. Why would you fall away? It's only 2 seconds left on the clock. Right? You in this thing, right? Fourth quarter, right? 2 seconds left, right? You take off your jersey, right? And storm off in the damn back, man. Right? You go back to the damn locker room, man. Right? And that's going back into the world. Right? You take your shoes off, you kick them off, your jersey, right? You go back into smoking weed, man. Right? It's too late, right? We too late in the game to go back into the world, man.
Right.
Right? A lot of people gonna fall away though, man. That's why you gotta pray for them. You gotta pray for endurance, man. You gotta pray for strength, right? You gotta pray for that. You have a zeal to continue to serve the Most High, right? And sincerity, right? Those things we gotta pray for. But it says it's gonna be a falling away first. Go ahead.
It's going to be a falling away first. And the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Right? And we understand even the average John Doe, right, of Israel, they understand who the wicked is. They understand that the so-called white man is the devil. They understand these nations is against them, right? The sin of the man of perdition. Go ahead.
Who opposed and exalted himself above all.
Right? Say exalted himself above all, man. They don't care about the laws of God.
Right?
Right? They exalt themselves in their laws, man. Follow our way. Right? Follow these decrees. Follow these laws.
Toast
Don't
you
worry
over.
about the laws of the Bible. That's old. Don't worry about loving your own people.
Right?
Right? Don't worry about that. You can eat shrimp, right? You can eat pork. Don't worry about that. We'll give you a little a pill, right, in there, cleanse your little gut, right? Right? We'll give you these different things to help you out to know you ain't got to worry about getting cancer, right? You be obese, we'll give you that we'll poke your damn thing, get all the damn fat out of you. What is that?
Liposuction.
Yeah, liposuction. Right? And America's the most obese damn people in the face of the earth, right?
Right?
Everything convenient. Got fast food everywhere. Right? Get your little cheeseburger with some French fries
Bacon.
bacon with a soda that's just all damn corn syrup, man. Right? Just rotting your damn teeth. They got damn red 40, right? Yellow 5 and blue 20, right? All these different damn additives and preservatives and damn just all manners of damn uncleanness and bacteria. But go ahead.
It says, or that is worship, so that he is like you, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of Yahweh,
Right?
show himself that he is.
Right?
Yahweh.
Go ahead.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things,
Right?
and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Right? And the Lord has told us all these things through prophecy, right? Through tribulation, through trials, right? He showed you all these things. He gave you all the warnings. What more do you need? Right? He gave you everything that you need, right? To have those fish scales, right? To be up, to being open, right? To give you eyes to see, man. Right? So with that, all right, we want to give all honor and all praise to the Most High God, Yahweh. Right? And the name is His begotten Son, Yahweh Shah. Kwam Yashah.
Kwame Ashala.
Kwam Yashah.
Kwame Ashala.
Kwam Yashah.
Kwame Ashala.
All praise to the Most High, right? And it is a beautiful thing when your people come up, right? And they know the truth, man. What's going on, family? I got 1 minute to look at the song real quick, just to see if y'all see your ethnicity or your nationality anywhere on here. Y'all see which one you're Mexican? Right? Same thing for all y'all? Okay, cool. Yeah. Have y'all ever heard of something called Issachar? Have y'all ever heard of something called Issachar? Okay, let me ask you this then. Have you ever heard of something called the Israelites? A little bit?
Not really, not really.
Okay, all right, not really. That's cool. Right, let me ask this the last thing, right? Do y'all believe in God or a higher power or the Bible?
I do. I believe in God.
Okay, all three of y'all? Okay, cool, right? So, did y'all ever know that God had a chosen people, so to speak? Have y'all ever heard that before? Or do y'all feel like he loves
No,
everybody the
because
same?
I think that every person he's blessed is the same. I don't think there's a specific person to be chosen with God.
Okay,
I think he accepts everybody.
right,
I think he forgives and accepts everybody for whatever sin they made.
right. Okay. I want to bring this one scripture out for you, King. Well, for all y'all, right? Give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6, and it reads,
Bring it out.
This is God talking, right? Let's see what he said.
for thou art an holy people,
Right? It said, for thou art holy people, right? Holy means different or set apart, right? So go into the Hebrew word kodash, right? Follow with me, right? Read that one more time.
for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
So it said, the Lord thy God hath chosen thee, right? So it's talking about the context of this is Moses. I know y'all heard of Moses before, right? This is Moses, you understand, and the Israelites, right? So the audience is the Israelites, right? The Israelites. And this is God speaking unto them, and he's telling them something, right? So we're going to read it one more time.
It says, "From thou unholy people to the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee
So the Lord thy God hath chosen thee, go ahead.
to be a special people unto himself,
Uh-huh.
above all people
It said above all people, read.
that are upon the face of the
It
earth."
said that are upon the face of the earth. Now this is the Bible, right? This is what God is saying to a people that he chose, right? So according to the Bible, God actually did choose a particular people. Right now, I know that's literally the exact opposite of what we grew up being told, right? Because I was told God loves everybody the same, right? But then we grew up and we began to read the Bible for ourselves, and we see that, hold on, in fact, it was a point in time in which he actually did choose a particular people.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So then it becomes, okay, well, if he did in fact choose a particular people, well, who are those particular people modern today?
That's what you think, right?
You said, huh? You trying to go around, King? Love, brother. Right. Right.
That's what you think, right?
That's what I think about what?
That's what you think about what he's saying in his scripture.
Well, I mean, that's straight up and down what he just said, though. It's not a, that's not necessarily
I could take that a different way than you can.
Okay,
That's
so
that's
what's your
what
name,
you can.
King? What's your name, King?
Miguel.
Miguel, nice to meet you, King.
Nice to meet you.
Right, so we're going to read this, and then I want you to explain how you think it's what it's saying, if you don't mind.
I think my explanatory difference is different than yours. I don't want to explain something and be different than yours. I
That's
don't want to
okay.
be different.
You don't want to be different?
I don't want to be different.
Why
I
not?
think it's all up in the same scripture. I think it all comes to the same thing.
Okay,
I don't
so
think there should be no difference between me and you.
it's not a difference between me and you.
But you
I
think-
never said that it was a difference between us,
But you have a different belief than I do.
but that doesn't make us different when it comes to people.
It doesn't.
Right, because we the same people,
Right.
whether
Right.
we believe something different or not, right? Because we come from the same bloodline.
Right. Right.
We the same people, right? But my question was, you said, you feel me, and that's okay. You said you think it may be something different or talking about something different. So what do you think it may be talking about then? If he said, "For thou art holy people," right? So on and so forth, thou hast chosen thee to be a special people above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So what is it about those other people that's not above everybody else, according to the scripture?
No.
Are they the same as the people that he said he lifted up?
I think we should all be the same.
I can understand or I can get what you're saying, but is it about what we feel or what we want, or is it about what God said?
No, it's not. It's not
Right.
what God said.
Right, just like when we was younger, right? When we was younger and we grew up with our parents, right? Sometimes we want to do something else, but guess what? It's what our parents wanted at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's how it is with the Most High God. Right? We can want or think a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, it's about what he said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we go based off of what he said. Right? Give me that at Acts chapter 5 and 29 real quick. You know? And that's something that we all had to learn.
Today's the 16th, ain't
You
it?
see what I'm saying? That's something we all had to learn. We all had to learn. At the end of the day, it's about what God said. Right? Because my
Where do
feelings
you
don't
come-
really matter.
Where do you come from to start reading the Bible?
You said, where do I come? What are you
Where do
asking me
come
exactly?
From? Where do you come from?
Where I'm from?
Where do you come from to start getting into this shit?
How did I get to
Because I'm
this
looking
point?
at all you guys don't all look like you actually putting your life into the Bible. I want to see where you come from.
said-
Everybody has a different lifestyle.
You said it
I
don't
didn't
look like.
I didn't start off reading the Bible. I didn't start off believing in God. I didn't start off putting my life into it. I want to see where all y'all story comes from. I want to see where you coming from, where you coming from, where you coming from, where you coming from.
Well, first
Where
we're
do
gonna
you
read
get
this
your
real quick.
perspective? No.
You said, where do I get my perspective?
Yeah.
I can show you. Right? We gonna read this, then
Why?
I'm gonna show you.
Why?
Why what?
Why do you get your perspective from that?
Because it's the Bible and it's the truth. But I can show you why
Why?
I do.
Why?
You gotta allow me to answer. You asked me 4 different questions. Which one you want me to
Okay,
answer?
I'm asking you one right now.
Okay, so what's
Why?
the one?
Why?
Why what?
Why do you put your life on the Bible?
Why do I put my life on the Bible?
Why do you put your life on the perspective of the Bible?
Okay, go to the book of Deuteronomy, right? Chapter 32, verse 6 or verse 7. So I can, right? I want you to get Sirach chapter 21 and verse 11, right?
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse number 7.
Bring it out.
Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 46 and 10.
Remember the days of old.
All right, so the Lord said, remember the days of old, read.
Consider
For
the years of many
Meaning,
generations.
think about the past, read.
Ask thy fathers, and he will show thee.
Right, meaning our elders, go ahead.
Thy elders, and
They will tell thee.
Read.
When the Most High divided to the nations
Right, divided the nations. So he divided nations. He made 18 different nations of people, go ahead.
their inheritance.
Uh-huh.
When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Now go to Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 9. Right, this is going to answer your question.
Isaiah 42, verse 9.
Bring it out.
Behold, the former things are come to pass.
So remember, he said, think about the past times. Think about the days of old and the years of many generations. Right? This right here said, read that one more time.
Behold, the former things are come to pass.
It said the former things have came to pass. What is that? What does it mean when they say that? The things that is prophesied in this book from years and years and years ago, guess what? They came to pass. Meaning what? The prophecy lets us know that this is a true book. You understand? Because prophecy is something that's being what? That's being foretold before it happens.
Right, right.
And the events that's in the scriptures, they came to pass. Not every single one, because we're still living in a time of prophecy. See what I'm saying? But the things that have been prophesied that had came to pass, we see them come to pass. So I have no choice but to follow it and believe it, because it hasn't let me down. It hasn't lied yet. See what I'm saying? Like if I told you right now, man, when y'all leave from here, y'all gonna go down there, turn the left corner, and y'all gonna come across a bunch of money. You feel me? And then I go, but not just that, but I go in detail about it. You see what I'm saying? About how it's gonna happen, who y'all gonna meet, etc., from months from now. You understand? Years from now, and I tell you all these things, and then they keep happening. Everything that I tell you, it keep happening. It keep happening. It keep happening. You like, dang, you gonna be like, dang, everything that dude said happening. Hold on, let me listen to that. Like something, because he's saying some truth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's how it is when it comes to the Bible. You see what I'm saying? This Bible, we've read it and we say, dang, that came to pass. Dang, that came to pass. Or, dang, it keep coming to pass. So guess what? We have no choice but to say, you know what? Hey, this is truth. See what I'm saying? So that's part of the reason. Let's finish.
Bring on. It says, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things.
And what?
And new things.
Do I declare.
Right? Because there's still prophecies, you understand, that haven't came to pass yet, but we see them formulate and come to pass. Go ahead.
Before they spring forth.
Meaning before they happen, what the Lord do?
I tell you of them.
What the Bible do?
I tell you of them.
The Bible tells us about the things that's going to happen before they
Right.
happen.
Right.
It's like a movie. This book, that's why we say this book is alive. See what I'm saying? It's alive because why? We literally living out the Bible. It's like getting the movie script, a script to a movie. And when you read the movie script, and then what do? You go and watch the movie, and you say, oh yeah, that's exactly what the movie script said. That's how the Bible is. So we reading this thing, and then we like, dang, everything coming to pass. That's the Bible said. Right? So that's why we put our lives on it. That's why we have so much belief in it. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why. It's multiple reasons why, but that's part of the main reason as to why. See what I'm saying? Go ahead and bring this up. 46 and 10.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 46 and verse 10, and it reads thus.
Bring it out.
It says, declaring the end from the beginning.
It said declaring the end from the beginning. Because guess what? That's what this book does.
Right, right.
See what I'm saying? It tells you what the end is going to be like before it even happens. It tells you events that's going to happen in the middle before it happens. See what I'm saying? And we can go through the scriptures, and because this is a historical book as well. You see what I'm saying? So we can go through different events in the Bible that have actually happened and use archaeology and history to back it up. You see what I'm saying? So this book is alive, this book is true, and that's why we put our lives on.
Right, right.
Does that make sense, King?
Yeah, I do.
All praise to the Most High, right? So real quick, and then you asked another question as well, right? As far as how we get our understanding, right? Where do we get our understanding from? How do we feel like our understanding is right? Which is a fair question. See what I'm saying? Because everybody feels like they have an interpretation, right? So this is what we base ours off of. See what I'm saying? Give me that in Psalms chapter 111 and verse 10.
The book of Psalms, right? Chapter 21 and verse number 11.
Bring it out.
He that keepeth the law of the Lord.
I said, he that keepeth the law of the Lord, go ahead.
Getteth the understanding thereof.
It said, gets the understanding. So those that keep the law, statutes, and commandments, guess what? They get the understanding, you understand, of that. Ariel. right? They get the understanding of the things that's in the scriptures. Read. Con.
The understanding thereof. In the perfection of the fear of the Lord is wisdom.
See that? So basically what it's telling you is when you keep God's word, when you keep his commandments, so on and so forth, you get the understanding of the scriptures. See what I'm saying? Right? Let's get another scripture to prove that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 111, and verse number 10.
Bring it on.
It reads this. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Right? It said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Right? When you fear the Lord, you reverence the Lord. Right? You have respect unto the Lord. Right? Why did you do what your parents told you to do? For the most part. Because
I knew they lived through it, so they know better.
So that means you had a certain respect for them, right? And that also comes with fear for whatever repercussions it may be, right? So both of those mixed together, right? Go ahead.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Right?
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
So you get a good understanding of the scriptures when you keep the commandments of the Lord. And he imputes those different things. He imputes those mysteries. He imputes those different things unto you. It gives you the understanding. Right? So everybody can't get the understanding. Why do I say everybody can't get the understanding? Because if they're not doing the things according to the Bible, the Lord will reveal those different things unto them.
Right.
You understand that fully. Right? Go to the book of, or slide support it up. Oh, God. Go to Psalms chapter 78, verse 1.
The book of Psalms, chapter 78, and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
It reads thus. Give ear, O my people. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth.
Right.
I will open my mouth in a parable.
In a what?
In a parable.
You know what a parable is? A parable is kind of like a wise saying or a metaphor, so to speak. See what I'm saying? Or something where I'm telling you something, but I'm not really telling you in detail.
Yeah, I know.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he said, read that one more time.
It reads, give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable.
Right.
I will utter dark sayings of old.
He said what?
I will utter dark sayings of old.
So a lot of this Bible is not things that are plain upon table.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? People may think they plain upon table, but just like you tell you in the book of Job, right? A lot of things are double to that which is. See what I'm saying? It is a little bit deeper than the surface level of things. Right? So there's dark sayings in the scriptures, there's parables. Even when Christ was teaching, sometimes he would say it's not for you, it's not for them to understand. And he would speak in parables on purpose, just so everybody couldn't understand it. You see what I'm saying? But those that did understand it, that's who it was for, right?
Book of Luke 8, verse 10.
Bring it out.
He said, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of God, but to others,
But to others,
in parables that seeing they might not see, and hearing they might not understand.
See that? And where he get that from is the book of Isaiah.
right, right.
See what I'm saying? So how do you know, or how do you get the understanding of the scriptures? Well, first you got to be obedient, right? And then those secrets and those things and the understanding will begin to be revealed unto you, right? Go to Isaiah chapter 28 and 11.
Isaiah chapter 28,
Start at 10.
down in verse number 10.
Bring it out.
It reads thus.
Right? Because a lot of people, real quick, a lot of people read this book like it's a Harry Potter book. We say that a lot. They just read front to back. They don't really, a lot of people don't
take in mind what you're saying.
Right.
Really. They don't take in mind that this is more than personal, more than anything, it's life. That's life.
You're right. You're exactly right. Also, as well, it's like a puzzle. Why do I say it's like a puzzle? Because there's things in the book of Ezekiel that explain things in the book of Genesis.
Right, right.
And vice versa. See what I'm saying? So that's why the Lord said this. Right? Go ahead and finish up.
For precept must be upon precept.
Right? Said for precept must be upon precept. Go ahead.
Precept upon precept. Line upon line. Line upon line.
Here a little, and there a little.
Right?
For with stammering lips
And another tongue will he speak to
this people.
people.
Read on.
To whom he said, this is rest. This is the rest wherewith he may cause the weary to rest.
Read on.
And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. But the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept,
Precept upon precept.
precept upon
It said,
precept.
but before that verse, it said, but it was unto them, the word was unto them, but they would not hear. And then it said, for it was unto them precept
Upon precept,
Uh-huh.
line upon line, line upon line,
Uh-huh.
here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward.
That they might what?
That
They might go and fall backward.
Read.
and be broken,
And be what?
And be broken.
and snared and taken.
Meaning everybody's not going to understand it. The Lord doesn't give the understanding unto all people and everybody.
Right.
Because why? It's unto them precept upon precept, which is basically a way of saying the parable. Or guess what? Somebody might not understand the full context of the book of Genesis because they didn't go precept upon precept in other places. That explains further in depth the book of Genesis or Revelation or so on, or Daniel or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? So before the Lord just reveals secrets and give understanding to somebody, He want to prove you. He want to say, all right, are you really going to do what I asked you to do? You see what I'm saying? In order to unlock these different things. It's just like a game. When you play,
He puts you in different tests.
right?
Every
No, right.
everything
Exactly right.
that happens in your life is a different test. It's a different feeling. Every feeling you have, every different stuff that happens in your life is a test. Test. See how you take it.
So, and you're right, brother. Right. So, with that being said, hopefully that answered your two questions. Or you had other questions. I can't remember the other ones, but as far as why do we put our lives in the Bible, you understand, and how do we get, or where do we get our understanding from? Because it's not like we just reading it and we just come up with it on our. No, like it's valid through the precepts and the scriptures, which is
So
how
you
you're
believe
supposed
it.
to.
You believe it.
Well, yeah, we believe it, but we believe it because it's proved through the precepts. See what I'm saying? Because precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Right? The Bible explains itself. See what I'm saying?
Because your life situations fall into it.
Part of the, yeah, for sure. That's a lot of things. Let me show you something. Go to the book of Tobit chapter 1 and verse 8. All right, give me Tobit chapter 1 and verse 8. Give me Isaiah chapter 42 and verse
22.
yeah.
Tobit,
I ain't gonna keep you out here all day.
Tobit chapter 1 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Right, so this is one of our forefathers named Tobit. Right? He was a man from the tribe of Naphtali, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Let's see the type of life that he lived, right?
And the third I gave unto them to whom it was meet, as the bore of my father's mother had commanded me.
Right, said as the boy my father's mother had commanded me, read, and his grandma, go ahead.
Because I was left an orphan by my father.
Read that a little bit more slow.
Because I was left an orphan
Right, it said because I was left an orphan. Obviously, y'all know what an orphan is, right? Read.
by my father.
By who?
By my father.
Right, it's a lot of people who grow up, unfortunately, without what? Without their dad in their life.
Right.
Guess what? Our forefather Tobit went through the same thing. He said I was left an orphan by my father. See what I'm saying? So guess what? His grandma, right? Just like how a lot of our people go through. Guess what? Granny. You had granny created, granny raised you, so on and so forth. See what I'm saying? Right? Let's get something else. Right? Bring this up.
Isaiah 42 and verse. Isaiah 42 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
But this is a people
Robbed and spoiled.
Right? This is Isaiah speaking about the Israelites. He said this is a people robbed and spoiled. Right? Wouldn't you say that as a people we've been robbed? Yeah, we've been robbed as a people. First of all, this is y'all land. You see what I'm saying? This is y'all land, but guess what? Now, what happened to it? It got robbed. Right? And then more than just the landmass got robbed. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all heritage got robbed from y'all.
Right, right.
What do I mean by y'all heritage? What the Lord called y'all. Because the Lord gave everybody a God-given nationality. Right? See what I'm saying? But guess what? Our people don't know their God-given nationality. Why? Because it's been taken from them. Right? We're going to get into that real quickly, right? But let's finish this verse.
robbed and spoiled, they are all of them snared in
It
holes.
says snared in holes, meaning traps. You understand? It seems like we in a trap everywhere we go. Right. See what I'm saying? Whether that be because of the type of people we are, the type of background we come from, the neighborhoods we come from, the situations we got to go through. It seems like it's always a trap just laying there for us. You go to jail, then after you go to jail, guess what? Now it's 10 times harder just to get a job. Right? You go to jail for something, you get labeled a felon. Right? Now you're trying to go and get a job to get your life together But they make it 10 times harder for you to get your life together. Why? So you can go back.
Because the distractions.
Let's read on.
Distractions, everything.
Snared and hoes, and they are hid in
Prison
He
houses.
said they are hid in prison. Who filling up the jail cells? Our people. Yeah, what?
Everybody.
Is it a fact? Is it a fact that all nations are in the prison system? Of course.
Yeah.
But who filling them up though?
I can't talk about race because it's everybody.
Yeah,
That's where you're going with that.
yeah.
That's
That's
where
where I'm
you're
going
with
with it, right? You ever been to the county?
Nope.
You ever been to prison?
Nope.
All right. Well, if you ever look up a statistic, right?
I know the statistics.
Right.
You
So
and me.
exactly. You see what I'm saying? So that's all. We're not saying other nations don't or other people don't get locked up. We're not saying that, right? That'd be a foolish statement to make. But the point is, majority, unfortunately, of our people going through those different things, right?
Hid in,
Yeah.
hid in prison houses, they are for a prey and none delivered, for a spoil and none sent restored.
See that? Said none saying for store, meaning what? Ain't nobody looking to help us out for real. When I say help us out, I'm not talking about with
You come over here if you want to,
I'm not
King.
talking about with this.
So you can come over here if you want to. That way people can walk
Nobody is
past.
really advocating and pushing for our people to get better or right. And I'm not talking about our own people. I'm talking about the other nations. They're not really focused on us. They focused on their own people, right? So let me get to the point, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Let me get this for you real quick, King. All right, we appreciate you for stopping, King. All right.
Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Now that word Egypt goes back to the Hebrew word matazon, which means bondage, slavery, captivity, or between two straits, which is an ancient way of saying stuff between a rock and a hard place. Right? But plainly, bondage, slavery, or captivity.
Right, right.
Understand that? Right? Go ahead, read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With
With ships.
Now the Lord said what? Basically, He said the Lord shall bring you into Egypt. Bondage, slavery, captivity. It said by way of ships. Right? What people went into slavery on ships? Did everybody go into slavery on ships? Or was it a particular group of people? Right. Do you know what particular group of people that was? Exactly. Our people, brother. Our people the ones that went into slavery by way of ships.
Right, right.
See what I'm saying? All throughout history. So this is the Most High God speaking to the Israelites, though. He's telling them what's going to happen to them if they don't listen, if they don't hearken to His word.
Right, right.
So far, right off the rip, so far, who does this have to be aimed towards? So far, all we did was read the first sentence, because that eliminated all the other nations just with that one sentence. So far, we're gonna finish it, but so far, it's talking about who? It's talking about us by default, right? Let's keep reading. Does it get more in depth? It get more detail. Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right, with ships.
By,
Obviously, we went in the slavery on ships. Go ahead.
by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Exactly how He said it. That's how it's gonna happen. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold into your enemies.
It said that there you shall be sold into your enemies. Right? Who we get sold to when we got thrown on slave ships? Hey, like I always say, I ain't the smartest man in the world, but it sounds like it's talking about me and you. You see what I'm saying?
That's why I'm trying to take it on all y'all. I just do all y'all.
Well, brother, guess what? You're going to come to find out that, brother, we all, including you, got the same perspective when it comes to this right here.
Right.
Got the same perspective. So far, we on agreement, 100% with what we just read. We both know that it was only our people that went into slavery on ships, and we both know that who we got sold to. Let's keep reading. Get more in depth.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold into your enemies for bondmen.
Yeah, I go. This is the last one. I know you took people.
For bondmen and
Right? It said
bondwomen.
for a slave man and slave woman, that's what a bondman is. Read.
And no man shall buy
He
you.
said that no man shall buy you, meaning nobody's going to redeem us. Right? And that's why we still in the lands, you understand, our captivity.
Right, right.
See what I'm saying? Right? But the point is, brother, who is this talking about so far? Obviously, it's talking about me and you, right? Who was God talking to? What did God call those people? Well, yeah, we was slaves, but as a nationality. Because remember, back then it wasn't no such thing as Mexican,
Right.
Puerto Rican, African American. Right. It wasn't no such thing as an Aztec. So who are those people that he's talking to? Right. 29. So,
Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses.
right. It said, which the Lord. Are you about to leave right after this? Right. I'm gonna let you go right after this. This is the last one right here.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses
To make with the children of
He
Israel.
said to make with the children of Israel. So the Lord is speaking to the Israelites. Moses was speaking to the Israelites, and he told the Israelites that they was going to go into slavery on ships and be sold to their enemies for slave men and slave women, and they wouldn't be redeemed.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Obviously, that fit our people to a T, right? That's our ancestors. Guess what? What we tell our people is this book is our heritage. This is actually our history book. And brother, you God's chosen people. You are literally God's chosen people. You literally come from the stock of the Israelites.
Right.
As an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar.
That's right.
That's what God called you, not man, because man called you Mexican. Man called you Aztec, so on and so forth. But it's about what God called you, brother.
That's
So
right.
the last question I'm gonna ask you is: would you rather go by what God called you or what man called you? Right. And what did God call you? Who did God call you? Remember, what was the people he was talking to when he told them that these particular things would happen unto you if you don't listen to my commandments? We're going to read it one more time for you. We just, not the whole verse, we're just going to get the main point, the name that the Lord called our people.
Deuteronomy 29 and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
It reads, these are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded
Moses to make with the children of Israel.
So he spoke these words to the children of Israel and told them what would happen to them. And that happened to our ancestors, right? So by default, does that make you a Mexican or does that make you an Israelite?
It makes me whatever I want to believe
You said what?
in. It makes me whatever I want to believe in.
Oh, whatever you want to believe in? Well, you can believe whatever you want to believe, for sure. You're your own man at the end of the day. But remember, are we going based off of what we believe?
Or the truth.
Or what we, right, there you go, or the truth. Because I can believe I'm a cow. But am I a cow, brother? That's right. Exactly. Right? So I can believe I'm an African American all I want. But is the truth that I'm an African American? No. What's the truth? The truth is I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Right? The truth for you is what, brother? You're a cat. That's a religion. Right? I'm talking about your ethnicity, though, not what you believe in.
What I believe in falls into what I am.
As an ethnicity?
As I think so, yeah.
An ethnicity is a bloodline of people you descend from.
I don't think there's an ethnicity.
There's literally that's literally the word.
I don't think so.
Why? So you don't know, you just think that way, just.
Yeah.
So you want to go based off of what? You know what the Catholics? Do you know what the Catholics did to your people?
I don't.
You want to find out in 10 seconds?
I don't.
Well, I'm going to tell you, they came over here and they raped, robbed, and murdered your people and forced y'all to convert to be Catholics. And if y'all didn't, they would burn y'all on stakes.
Right.
That's why a majority of Hispanics are Catholic today.
Right.
So when people are following in Catholicism, we literally following after the people that forced y'all to convert to being Catholics. That's right. Right? And nowhere in the Bible does it say to pray to Mary, Joseph, or St. Matthew, or St. Luke.
I was gonna say, and the word Catholic itself, it just means universal, meaning all inclusive.
So, are you really willing to continue to follow after a religion that raped, robbed, and murdered your people?
I don't think that's what it is.
You can look it up. It's a fact. You say you don't want to? Alright. So you don't want to believe the truth?
Oh yeah, I remember.
I don't want to believe a truth that's different from you. That shouldn't make it different on paper.
I never said I hate you.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm putting it out. I'm not saying you ain't. I'm not saying you ain't or you.
We love you. That's why we telling you the things that we telling you. Because
Right.
we want our people to know the truth.
Right.
And not be covered up by what all oppressors gave to us for lies.
I know. I'm sorry for being an ignorant person. So
But you ain't gotta be sorry, brother. We love you. We out here for our people like you,
it's just
King.
my belief. We all different.
So
If I think we different, I think we different. You might not think the same. You might not think
different as a how
the same. You
though?
might not think the same.
You talking about it how we think?
Perspective, yeah.
So
I have a different perspective than what you do.
So what's your perspective?
I'm not deep into it. I can't tell you my perspective.
So
I'm not deep into it.
So
you have a deeper perspective. I don't. I can't tell you what I think. I can't tell you what I don't.
fair enough, for sure.
That's where it's all different perspectives.
Fair enough.
That's where
One Google search.
I can't.
One Google search. I didn't say you got to, but one Google search will have you to believe the same perspective as how majority of the Hispanics became Catholic.
You can say that, and I won't, and I will do it. I won't believe it. I won't do it.
But why wouldn't you want to go by what God called you? God called you a.
Because I have my own belief.
And what are those
person.
beliefs though are set based off of what your oppressor gave to you.
Right.
Because it don't matter.
So you would want to believe what your oppressor gave to you over what God gave to you? You just said you would go with what God called you.
Yeah, I did.
So now you going back on that. You don't want to do that no more.
I do.
Right.
But I have a different perspective.
And what's that perspective?
Can't explain it. I don't know.
So you following blindly in something. Right, you're right. You are following it out, and I can respect that. And that's why the Lord brought you up here to listen.
I'm trying to think that I know where I'm going. I don't.
Right. That's why He brought you up here, King.
Right.
Is it?
You didn't have to stop, but
Right.
you stopped because something made right. Exactly. You feel me? You could have been like everybody else and just kept walking. And what did I tell you? I said we appreciate you for stopping, brother, because you didn't have to, and you know you didn't have to, but something made you stop. It's up to you to figure out, hey, what made me stop? What was the reason the Lord made me stop in front of these brothers, and they reading from a Bible that I believe in, and they telling me history that I can look up that's true. What was the point, God, Lord? What was the point of having me stop in front of these brothers? That's for you to find out, King.
Right.
Thank you.
See what I'm saying? So just think upon it. That's all at the end of the day. We're not trying to force you to believe something. We just out here to get the information, and then at that point, it's up to you to take it, do with it as thou wilt. See what I'm saying? Because we love you, brother, and we want you to. We don't want you to walk away. You see what I'm saying? Going based off what your oppressors calling you, right? But if you're gonna do your research, King. See what I'm saying? That go for both of y'all brothers too, man. We love y'all brothers, man. Right? Y'all God's chosen people. See what I'm saying? Y'all more than what the world calls y'all or looks at y'all as. You see what I'm saying? Y'all kings on the earth, man. You see what I'm saying? But we gotta walk like it, we gotta think like it, we gotta act like it. Right. See what I'm saying? So the point is, brother, y'all God's chosen people. Y'all the Israelites from the tribe of Issachar, man. Alright? Y'all God's chosen people, gotta repent, come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Alright, King?
Have a great night.
Alright, you too, brother, alright? Y'all be safe while y'all down here, man.
Hey, you too.
Alright? So go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 8. All right, give me Jeremiah 7 and 8. And what's going on, family? Be easy, King, all right?
You already, baby.
Be easy, brother.
Y'all be safe, man.
You too, man. Y'all have safe travels to
respect, y'all, you heard?
I'm praise to the Most High.
Yeah.
For sure.
Respect, man. You heard?
Brother out of New Jersey, man.
Yeah, you already know.
New Jersey.
Yeah,
Don't worry, be safe, King.
Yeah, you too, baby.
Right, so, and that right there, that's a not that interaction. That's a beautiful interaction. But for the Issachar brother, man, that's a sad case, man. To literally have the truth put right in your face, and you literally agree with every single point. You agree with it, but then you still say, "Nah, I'm a Catholic. Nah, I don't want to believe that." And he said, "Just let me." He said, "Let me be ignorant." He said, "Let me be ignorant, bro." Right? But it's all good though, because Lord willing, the Most High God continue to work on that, brother, man. You can tell it's nothing but strongholds, though. He want to believe. He literally want to believe. He literally understand he an Israelite. Literally, he literally understand it. He can't refute it. But it's those strongholds, though, right? And it's the strongholds that none other than so-called white man to put upon our people, man.
See that?
To make them do what? To make them believe a lie. Right?
a lot of the times too, it's that reverence and respect that you have towards the people around you as well. They're probably deeper in it than him. He probably gonna sit there and start to, once he starts to understand the truth, you start to not want to participate in the lies anymore. So it's like you don't want to sit there and sever that.
Right.
But that's the only point I was gonna make. That.
Come on, bring this up.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse number 8.
Check it out.
It reads, "Behold, ye trust in lying
What
words."
the Lord say?
Ye trust in lying
And
words.
that's exactly what our people do, unfortunately, man. Our people will blatantly follow in what? Words that's not true. Will blatantly follow after a lie. Will blatantly follow after something they know is wrong. You know it's wrong. And you will still chalk it up to, you know what, I just want to, just let me be blind, man. You want to know what a lot of that comes down to as well? That comes down to discipline, responsibility, understanding that everything that you've been told is a lie. Sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow.
Right?
To realize that the things that you've literally been told is a lie. Y'all got a flyer earlier, sisters? All right, y'all gotta show some people. Y'all be safe right down here. Right? But that's sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow for some people, man. To be told that everything that you grew up in, everything that your parents told you, it was a lie. Right? But guess what? Regardless of whether it's a hard pillow or not to swallow, our people can't continue to follow after lying words, man.
Right.
Right? Our people can't continue to do that. All right, what's going on, King?
What up, King?
You doing all right?
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing all right. You see your nationality anywhere on the side right here? Your ethnicity by chance?
In the damn debate.
No. Trust me, brother. I would much rather not come out here and debate. I would much rather have a beautiful dialogue with my people, and we can agree on
Where
something.
you from?
Where I'm from? You mean like literally?
No, I mean like what city, not way back.
Oh, I'm from here. Yeah. Far east side of that. Where you from, King?
Detroit.
Detroit? Oh, okay. So you probably know. So you probably know a little bit something that's going on. That's why you said that. Yeah, they hit me.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
26.
Yeah, I know a little something.
I was gonna say because you said you trying to get me into debate, you must have ran across some Israelites before.
I'm 54.
Oh, okay. All praise, Lord, allowed you to see that many years, right?
For real.
But nonetheless, do you see your ethnicity anywhere on the sign? Like, what would you go by as far as yourself? Like, would you refer to yourself as African American, Trinidadian, Haitian, so on and so forth? Well, what's your ethnicity, if you don't mind me asking?
How would I answer that? Well, ethnicity. So if you say ethnicity, you're not talking black or white. You're talking about like
Your bloodline.
bloodline. Well, I did that Ancestry.com,
Ancestry.com.
and it shows some Nigerian.
Okay.
But if I didn't do that, and I would just, say I'm a black American.
Black American. Okay. So something about you said it go back to Nigerian. Cool. A lot of the Nigerians, you got a lot of different tribes in Nigeria. Right? Chiefly, you got some of the biggest tribes over there is like the Fulani tribe, the Yoruba tribe, the Igbo tribe. Right? A lot of our people actually come from the Igbo tribe over there in Nigeria. That's why a lot of time when people do their ancestry, it come from over there. The ancestry go back to West Africa, over in that area. Because a lot of our people actually come from there.
Right.
But you said if you didn't do that, you would consider yourself a so-called American Black or African American or a black man, right?
Yeah.
Right. So those terms. So all we doing out here is we trying to just educate our people about those terms in particular. As a matter of fact.
Let me ask you this: if you from America, we're Americans.
By citizenship.
Right. If you from Africa, you're African, and
By citizenship.
India, you Indian.
Citizenship.
But that's not the question you asked.
Right.
You asking lineage.
Right. Right. Yeah. Because like
But
by citizenship, I'm an American.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Are you an American?
By citizenship.
By citizenship.
Right. Yeah. By citizenship, not everybody, because some people came from other countries, but you was born here by citizenship. Right. Exactly.
Our ancestors born here.
Exactly.
Okay.
So our citizenship would be considered American.
Okay. All right.
Right. But our bloodline, because your bloodline. Right.
For
You
sure.
feel me? And that's what's more important than a citizenship. Because one of our brothers could be born in China. His citizenship would be what? Chinese. Or if he was born in literal China, it would be Chinese.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But we know he's not literally a Chinese man. See what
I
I'm
just
saying?
wanted to know if you was gonna say you wasn't an American or not.
Nah.
If you said that, then I was gonna really say like, well, where you going with this?
Yeah, nah. I'm about citizenship. I'm an American. We all
Okay.
Americans.
Got a man for the
sure.
Bible, brother? Got a man
So
for the Bible?
this right here, when it says American black, right? Like when we fill out a job application, it'll say African American, black, so on and so forth. Right? Those are terms that was put on us obviously by our oppressors. Right? They called us black people. Right? But we know that just come out of a crayon box at the end of the day. That's not a heritage. There's no landmass or a language called black. You see what I'm saying? Same when it goes to African American. That's the last name of two white men. Leo Scipios Africanus and Amerigo Vespucci. Right? So obviously we don't come from two white men. So-called white men. You see what I'm saying? So the question becomes, okay, what did God call us? That's what really matters at the end of the day. All these other terms and stuff, it's like, yeah, that's for here, but what did what did the Most High God call us?
It's a great
And
question.
the Lord God gave everybody a God-given nationality.
Right, right.
Right? So we believe that that's what's most important. See what I'm saying? What the Lord called us and not what man called us. Because man called us, our nationality or ethnicity changed every couple of years here in America. They called us Negro, color, black, African American, Asiatic, Moorish American, foundational black American, all type of different terms. Negro, all type of stuff.
Right.
So it's like, nah, what the Lord calls us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go to Acts chapter 5 and verse 29.
Look at Acts chapter 5, verse 29,
Deuteronomy 28:68.
and it reads thus.
But give me Acts 13 and 1 first.
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said,
We ought to obey God rather than men.
Right? And that's what we believe. We believe at the end of the day, the foundation is we should believe what God said rather than what man said.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So,
I agree.
go ahead, bring this up.
Book of Acts, chapter 13, and verse number 1.
Bring it out.
Wait, go to, my fault. I did call that. Go to 28:68 first.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68.
This is one of the many reasons of why we believe what we believe as far as who we are according to the Bible. Right, I'm gonna bring this out for you real quick.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Right, now that word Egypt goes back to the Hebrew word Matzazarian, which means between two straits. It's an ancient way of saying stuff between a rock and a hard place, or straight up bondage, or slavery, or captivity. All synonyms to one another.
Okay.
Right, go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
It said again,
with ships.
said this time with ships. Right, so what we say is, okay, well, what nation of people on the earth went into slavery via slave ships?
Okay, I'm listening.
What people, so the thing becomes, okay, well, hold on. This is saying Moses is speaking to the Israelites and telling them that they was going to go back into slavery via slave ships. What people on the earth went into slavery via slave ships? See what I'm saying? And when you go through history, archaeology, so on and so forth, we find out or we figure that our people, you understand, went into slavery via slave ships.
So let me ask you this. You're correct. Slavery has been around since the beginning of time.
Right, for sure, 100%.
There's been black slaves, Arab slaves,
White slaves,
white slaves, all
right,
kinds of
for
slaves.
sure.
So when you look at the Bible from that particular era,
Right.
could they have been talking about the slaves of that time?
The slaves of this time
Of that time.
could have been.
Yeah.
So when you read, go to the.
You know, back then they used
No, that's a
they
good question.
main transportation was ships,
Right.
right? And you talked about Egypt. They used ships to get slaves all over the world. But my question is, could they have been talking about that time?
That's a good question. Let me bring this out. Go to the book of 2 Kings chapter 17. Right, start at verse 2. Or start at verse 1.
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 17.
Now, what we getting ready to read is not literally the time frame of Deuteronomy. But it's still that ancient time period. Obviously, it's not this time period. It's talking about during that ancient period. You know what I'm saying? Right. Go ahead, bring this up.
2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 1.
Bring it out.
In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, began Hoshea, the son of Elah, to reign in Samaria over Israel 9 years.
Right, so Hosea was the king, right, in Samaria, right, which is the northern part of Israel. He was the king for the northern kingdom. This is the point of this, right? Go ahead.
Now, verse 2. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, but not as the kings of Israel that were before him. Against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, and Hoshea became his servant. and gave him presents. And the king of Assyria found conspiracy in Hoshea, for he had sent messages to So king of Egypt.
Right. So what happened? What happened is you had a king in Israel, right? But then you had Salmanassar, king of Assyria, come over and basically start conquering everything in that area for the most part.
Sure.
Right? Not everything, but for the most part, a lot of that area.
Right.
And from that, what did he do? He began to put them under tribute. Right? They wasn't in full force slavery, but they was under tribute. Then what had happened is he found out that Hosea was trying to conspire against him, meaning he was trying to backstab him, basically. So then that led to this. Go ahead.
Time, ready, go on.
Just so we on the same page as you follow.
For he had sent messengers to So king of Egypt and brought no present to the king of Assyria, as he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in prison.
And then what?
And bound him in prison.
Now what happened from that, right? Hold that, right? Bring this up.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40, and it reads thus.
Bring it out.
The same event.
Those are the 10 tribes.
Right? Those are the 10 tribes, right? From Ephraim all the way down, including the tribe of Dan, right? But go ahead.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners
Right, which was carried away prisoners.
out of their own land
Go ahead.
in the time of Hosea.
Hosea, we just read about Hosea. Read.
The king whom Shalmaneser,
We just read about Salmanassar, king of Assyria. Go ahead.
the king of Assyria, led away captives and carried them over the waters.
Did what?
And
Carried them over the waters.
Read.
And so they came into another land.
Right, so to answer your question, yeah, it can be talking about that ancient time period. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, Lord Will, did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
All praise to the Most High. So,
Yeah.
it can be talking about during that time period.
Right. So how do you? Of course, our ancestors were brought over here
Right,
on
right.
ships to a foreign land. How do you relate what they were talking about for that time
To us. That's a great question, right? Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, start at verse 64. Start at verse 46.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 46.
Bring it out.
It reads thus. And they shall be upon thee for a sign. Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
Right? Said all these curses shall come upon thee. Right? Well, earlier when we read Deuteronomy 28, 68, that was one of the curses out of the 43. Right? So now we up a little bit further in the chapter. Right? Read that one more time.
Behold, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, till thou and shall pursue thee. Damn, my bad. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed,
Right.
because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Read.
to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
Right? So he's saying these things is going to come upon you if you don't listen to the words of the Lord. But watch this. This is the point. Read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign,
He said, and they shall be upon thee for a sign
and for a wonder,
and for a wonder,
and upon thy seed,
and upon thy seed
Forever.
and thy lineage forever. So to answer your question, the Lord said that what? These things will be upon them forever. Meaning it's not like it's something that was only going to happen one time
Right.
and then that was it.
Yeah.
This is something that was going to follow for generations and generations
Okay,
and
so
generations.
well, that's good. That's good. That's something I've thought about because I've wondered why us as black people are in the situation we're in, whether it's in Africa, any third world country, or in America.
Right.
And I've often wondered, are we cursed?
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I've wondered that.
That's a good kind of perspective or a line of thinking.
But with that curse, how can that curse be broken?
That's a very
And if we are God, and I believe we are,
right, the Bible tells us
if we are, can you break that curse individually? Because sometimes we think we gotta do everything as a group.
Right.
Like let everybody come on, kumbaya, da da da.
Right.
Which a lot of times you can do stuff as a group sometimes.
Yeah.
But a lot of dissenters in there. It's a lot of haters. And when you're working for your own people, whether white, black, brown, blue, sometimes the people in your group is gonna turn on you from jealousy and just human nature.
Yeah.
So I've often wondered, have we been cursed And can that curse be lifted, or is it an individual decision? Because if we are gods and we are free thinkers and have independent thought, and you tap into that God source, then you can elevate yourself. But when you get caught up in this system and these groups and these different things,
Right.
that it's nothing wrong with a group, but sometimes
No, I know what you
that
mean.
can
I know
help
what you mean.
elevate you and get your mind thinking a certain way. But at the end of the day, you're responsible for you. And y'all also responsible if you got wives and children for them.
Right.
Now, if you are a God, that means you have to act accordingly, right? But you got to find a way to tap in. Sometimes when you're young, as a human being, let's take race out of it for a minute. As a human being, you don't know a lot.
I know what you mean.
Because you learn it.
Right.
Like when I was young, you do dumb stuff. I'm sure y'all have done dumb things, and then you learn. Some things, it catch you up, and it sets you back. Like you get arrested, get a felony, blah, 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 get hurt. Some things you can kind of, like football. Ooh, I just scaped past that shit. Now it's up to you to learn from it.
Right.
So we here a short period of time. The average person lives to be about 80 or 90, and that's doing good. But if you live 80 or 90, it's real short. That's short to be learning. And so y'all about knowledge, right? Y'all want to gain knowledge.
Right.
And so y'all trying to gain this knowledge real quick. But we here a short period of time. So what I'm saying is the short time you here, you do have to gain the knowledge, but you can't be tunnel vision. You can't lock in on one thing that you learn and believe that that's the means to everything. That's what's the name of your group? What are
Who
you?
we are?
Who are you?
Oh, we Israelites.
So you lock into the Black Israelite, which is fine. Somebody else might lock into Jehovah's Witness. Somebody else might lock into just being a Baptist or Episcopalian or a Jew. People just go, this it. The hell with everybody else. Everybody else wrong. Okay, that's your choice. But sometimes as you get older, and as y'all get older, your perspective may stay on this, which is fine. Or it may broaden a little bit, especially if you start traveling and seeing other things and other people and getting other knowledge. So to me, the bottom line is if we are gods, at some point, you got to stand as a man alone. Most of the stuff y'all going to do in your life is alone. Because when you're young, you want to do it with your crew, right? You want to do it with your boys. Because that feel good, but at the end of the day, your boys ain't going home with you. Your boys ain't sleeping with you. It's your woman, your wife, your children. Right. So you learn this. This is awesome. You learn this stuff, but I guess my point is don't get locked in on this and say this is everything and everybody else is wrong. Just keep your mind open.
Can I answer a couple of those questions that you asked?
Yeah.
Okay, because you said a lot, and I agree with a majority of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
So, real quick, because you said your first thing that you asked, I think you asked. You just spoke about if we are cursed, how do we break it? How do we get out? Because you do feel like we curse as a people. And you're right. We agree on that for sure. Right. And that's a good question to ask, right? And you talked about us being gods. If we gods, then we should X, Y, Z, right? Go to Psalm chapter 82 and verse 6, right? Give me Baruch chapter 1 and verse 19, right? Give me Baruch 1 and 19, and I want Baruch first, or I want Psalm chapter 82 first.
Psalm chapter 82 verse 6.
Bring it out.
It reads, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you.
Right, so the Lord said, I have said you are God, so you're right. See what I'm saying? We are gods. Right? Go ahead.
And all of you are the children of the Most High.
Right? Said all of you are the children of the Most High. Here's the point that I wanted this though. Go ahead.
But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes.
Right? So why, even though we gods, and in our natural estate in which or our first estate in which we were supposed to be in, we were supposed to be immortal.
Right.
You understand? As a people. But it said, but you shall die like men. So why are we at the point in which now we have to die like men, or now we subjugated to other powers such as like the government systems and all this other different stuff that's trying to keep us down, so on and so forth. And then you said, can we break that, right? Bring this out real quick. This is one of the reasons why we in this position that we in now.
The book of Baruch, chapter 1, verse 19.
Bring it out.
It says, since the day that the Lord brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt,
Right? Brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt. Since that day, go ahead.
until this present day, we have been obedient, like disobedient,
I said we've been disobedient as a people. Feel me? Go ahead.
unto the Lord our God, and we have been negligent in not hearing his voice.
Right? Meaning we're not hearkening unto the Lord.
Sure.
See what I'm saying? We're not doing the things that we're supposed to do, that we were set up to do from the beginning to be in that estate that we in.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So that's part of the reason as to why now, as gods, we die like men, or we go through the things that we go through as men. You see what I'm saying? But can we break that? Let's see what the Lord said, right? Go to Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 1. Right? And give me Baruch, since you're already there. Give me Baruch chapter 2 and give me Baruch 2 and 30.
Deuteronomy 30 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse.
Because we got blessings and we got curses. Right now, we living during the time of the curse as a nation, not an individual. Because as an individual, and I'm going to touch on that as well, you can kind of do well for yourself.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As an individual. We're not saying that, oh, no, you automatically got it. No. Right? But hold that, right? Finish up.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30, and it reads thus.
Bring it out.
For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Right?
But in the land of their captivity,
But in the land of their captivity, go ahead.
they should remember
They
themselves.
shall what?
They shall remember themselves.
Go ahead.
It says, and shall know that I am the Lord, their God, for I will give them an heart
I mean, in the mind.
and ears to hear.
See that? So it said in the land of our captivity, we'll begin to gain that mind and understand who we are, what we're supposed to do, and how we got in this position in the
I believe
first
that.
place.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
So,
believe that. But that has nothing to me, before you get to that one,
yeah.
that has nothing to do with this current government.
What
Like,
you mean? Elaborate a little bit more for me.
Let me elaborate. So the current government, whether it's...
No, I'm saying, like, what do you say has something to do with the
I'm
current
not
Oh, okay.
So when you say that at what he read, at some point it will be revealed to us, right? We will come into that enlightenment. That's what he read, correct? So that has nothing to do with this, to me, this current government, whether it's Trump, whether it's Bush, whether it's Obama. It is a spiritual thing.
For sure.
So if a curse was put on us, it was put on us by something of a higher level.
Well, 100%.
Of a higher creation.
100%. We agree.
Right? I don't even know if God is how the Bible say God is. I don't even know
How does the Bible God say God is?
How we're taught God is in a layman's term as children, that God sits up high and he watches down low, Jesus, and he created us. That could be true. That could be true. Or it could be we were created by higher beings of a higher intellect. Whatever the case may be, we were created.
Right.
And if we were cursed, at some point, you would think, because we're still here.
Right.
So you would hope and think and wish for that we do come into a higher vibration or higher intellect.
Right.
That doesn't happen by us focusing on this particular time of government. It's an inner quality.
No, I was just going to say, I think I'm saying the same thing.
It's an inner spiritual thing, connection, but you have to change your vibration.
Real quick, and I hate to cut you off, but the only reason I'm cutting you off is just because we agree, like we saying the same thing. Like we agree with that. We agree that like because of the government is not why we waking up or coming into our own. That's not how we gonna come into our own. Like it's just we agree like that's a spiritual thing that only the Most High God, the higher power, can do or put forth that knowledge of that spirit upon the earth. Like we agree on that.
Right.
Yeah. So we're not saying that the government is the reason as to why like we're gonna get into a certain like we're not saying that. So we agree. Just before you continue to explain, like we agree on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So like we 100% agree.
Yeah.
We just bringing this out as far as the time in which we we would begin to come back into that knowledge. Not saying it's because of them, how we going to come into that knowledge, but more so of, no, the Lord is saying, read it again. The Lord is saying what? 31. 31.
It's the book of Baruch 2, verse 31. It shall know that I am the Lord your God. Verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity,
It's just saying in the land.
So
it's not
it said-
saying they have a reason.
So,
as to,
but it's also said it's a stiff-necked people.
right, we are.
So
For
you
sure.
know, we stiff-necked,
For sure.
right?
Definitely.
And we do stuff different than everybody else.
For sure.
And we hard-headed and
Yeah.
and some we loving, we kind, we brilliant,
Right.
but we also can be
those opposite
ruthless.
things at the
We
same
can be
time.
ruthless, and we can be hateful to one another.
Right.
So there's something that's spiritually not proper. Something spiritually not right.
No, you.
And so how do you guys teach? What is your method to get people to a higher level mentally and spiritually and to change their vibration?
I'm gonna answer that right after I get these two. It's gonna follow right into
That's
it.
how you really
That's good,
create a
Kenny.
true man.
Right.
That's
And
how.
we just like how you focused
Outside
on the
of-
spirit,
outside of
we focused on that too.
outside of all this stuff going on in the world, if you say this young man and you say y'all God, then how do you tap into the God? Because
We
if
gonna
you
get to
tap
that.
into that, can't none of this stuff affect
We gonna get to
you. You
that.
walk as a king,
Right.
right? You can't see it, but if you tap into that shit right, when you walking them kings behind you, and can't nothing mess with you.
Right.
Can't no evil mess with you. Can't no ghost mess with you.
Right.
Can't nothing mess with you. But how does your group encourage people or train people or teach people, lead people into a higher intellect and how to tap into their true power?
Right.
If you can't teach me that, then you need to learn how to teach that.
Right. We agree with that. And you said, like I said in the beginning, you said a lot and what we agree with.
Okay.
And what we talking about as well. And that's another good point and another good question as well.
Right.
I'm gonna finish this one out and then we're gonna get right. It's gonna go right into it. Right. Go ahead. But the point I was making in that is it's not about the government as far as them being a reason or them doing it. No, that was just saying.
I threw that in because I don't know if you are blaming the government
No,
or
I'm just
focus
saying.
on the government.
I'm just saying the scripture said that would happen in the land of our captivity.
Sure.
That's all that was saying.
That's fine.
Right. That's all that's saying. Right. Go ahead, bring this out. Let's go harp on that same thing. Right. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 30:1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations. Whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
Right. When thou callest to mind among all the nations. Right. Just like how that's there. Right. Give me the book of 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 2. Right. Give me 2 Kings 2 and 2. Right. Give me the book of Psalm chapter 119, verse 2. Right. Bring this out.
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 2, and verse number 2.
Bring it out.
It reads thus. And Elijah said unto Elisha, tarry here, I pray thee, for the Lord hath sent me to Bethel. And Elisha said unto him, as the
Is that First Kings?
First Kings 2 and 2.
1 Kings chapter 2, verse number 2.
Bring it out.
It reads thus. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore, and
Show thyself a man.
It said, be thou strong therefore and show thyself a man. Go ahead.
and keep the charge of the Lord thy God,
Right. It said to keep the charge of the Lord. Read.
to walk in his ways,
Uh-huh.
to keep his statutes,
Uh-huh.
and his commandments,
Right.
and his judgments, and his testimonies, as it was written in the law of Moses.
As it was written in the law of Moses. So this is David giving charge to his son Solomon on steps unto being a man.
Right.
Right. Ultimately, like you said, becoming into that higher power, so to speak. You understand? But it said what? It all came back to these laws and commands and the wisdom that's put forth from it. Right. Watch this. Go to Proverbs chapter 1 and start at verse 7. Right. Give me Proverbs 1 and 7. Give me Romans chapter 7 and verse 14. And I still want Psalms chapter 119.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7.
Bring it out.
It reads, the fear of the Lord
is the beginning of wisdom. Is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction.
Sorry. Start at verse 5.
Verse number 5. A wise man will hear.
Right? It said a wise man will hear and do what?
And will increase learning.
It said and will increase learning. Right? From the things that he hears, right? It's I was just saying this a couple weeks ago, right? A good man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. See what I'm saying? And that's what these scriptures are. It's life guidance, right? To get to that point in which you're talking about. Right? Bring this up.
The book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 14, and it reads thus.
Bring it out.
It says, for we know that the law is spiritual.
It said we know that the law is spiritual. A lot of people put away the law and try to deny the law, so on and so forth, but the scriptures tell you that the law is spiritual, right? Okay. Why is it saying that the law is spiritual? Or why is it so important, or not so, or it is important, but did our forefathers put so much into it, right? Why is David telling his son, hey, show thyself a man and keep the commandments? Because he understood that these things are spiritual. And when these commandments are spiritual, what does that do for our people? Go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 and verse 17. Right? I'm going to show you what it does for our people when we keep the commandments.
Right.
Or as an individual, what it does when you keep the commandments. And not just the commandments, but the statutes, the testimonies, you understand? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that comes from it. Go ahead and bring this up.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17.
Bring it out.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline.
Right? It's talking about wisdom. It said, but the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline. Read. Don't you would agree that discipline is a key thing or a key component to one, showing yourself a man, and two, right, getting to that higher self, right? Yeah. Discipline. Gotta, especially as a man, you gotta have discipline. Some form of discipline. Right. Go ahead.
And the care of discipline is love.
Because whatever you have love for, true love for, you're gonna have discipline. You're gonna show discipline toward it. You see what I'm saying? People that love basketball like Kobe, he woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? That was him showing discipline towards something he loved, right? Go ahead.
Verse 18. And love is the keeping of her laws.
It said that love is the keeping of the laws, but go ahead.
And the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance.
It said it's the assurance of what?
Of incorruption.
It said of incorruption. Right? Watch this. Go ahead.
And incorruption maketh us near unto God.
And incorruption make you near to the Most High. So the more we keep the commandments, the more we walk God-like according to the scriptures, which carries the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The closer you are to that power source, that higher power, the Most High God, the more you are in that higher state or that God-like state. Because guess what? The purer you are, the more you are with yourself. As far as what do I mean with yourself? Spiritually. The more clean your spirit is, so on and so forth. I agree. So we telling our people, come back to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Cleanse yourself. When you cleanse yourself, you get closer.
Now we getting coming full circle.
Let me bring this last thing out real fast, then I got you, King.
Psalms. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
And it reads thus. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way?
Right? How is a man going to cleanse his way? How's a young man going to cleanse his way? Right? By doing what?
By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
Right? By taking heed unto the word. Which is what? That wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. So you got it, King. I just wanted to bring that last thing in.
No, that's good. I appreciate it. So, in saying all of that, you're trying to teach the people to
come back to these
to follow these lessons, or to follow the Bible, or to what do you want them to do?
Go to the book of Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. Go to the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16.
Romans 15 verse 4.
Bring it out.
And it reads, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were
written for your learning.
Written for our what?
Written for our learning.
So we want people to learn from everything that's in here. The good things and the bad things too, though. A lot of times people just try to focus on the good things, but now you got to learn from the bad things as well. Why? Because those bad things let you know, I see the result of what they did and what they got, or how the world was displeased with that. Let me not do that. Right? Let me stay away from that. But also, go ahead, bring this up.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16.
Bring it out.
All scripture is given by inspiration of God. and is profitable for
It
doctrine,
says profitable for doctrine,
for reproof,
for reproof,
for correction,
correction,
for instruction
and instruction.
in righteousness,
Uh-huh.
that the man of God may be perfect,
That may be what?
may be
Perfect.
perfect,
Go ahead.
thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
Right. So, to your point, we want our people to learn from everything in this book. Right. The lessons. Right. The accounts that you get from it. The good, the bad, the
You say
ugly.
this book, what book?
The scriptures, the Holy Bible.
The Bible, okay.
Right. The Bible.
Okay.
Right. We want our people to learn from all those different things. And laws, statutes, and commandments, the books of wisdom. We want our people to eat the whole roll, like you said. Right, not just like you ever see somebody eat a chicken bone and it look like it's a bunch of meat on there still.
Take one
we want
bite.
our people to clean the whole thing.
Right.
Right, not just take bits and pieces and parts. Right, but we want our people to eat the whole roll. Right, so yeah, we want our people to learn from everything.
So that's your goal.
Yes, ultimately, for that to happen, because we believe, and it was another point that I wanted to touch on because you spoke about like individual and the nation, and like sometimes you kind of gotta get your. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You see what I'm saying? Something. Hey, you gotta get yourself together as well. Though even the scriptures tell you. Even the scriptures tell you, hey, every man gotta work out their own salvation at the end of the day. Right. But with that being said, right, go to the reason why at times we focus so heavily on nation, our people, is because our people compared to these other nations, we the only ones really that don't have our own army. We don't have our own government. We don't have our own economy. We don't have we don't have these things. You see what I'm saying? So we have to build the nation up, right? And yeah, can that happen by somebody focusing on themselves individually? Yeah. But if every single person in our nation only focusing on themselves, one, that's working slower. Two, ain't no telling when that change is gonna really happen. So when I get myself together, give me Ezra chapter 7 and verse 10. Right? You got something? Give me Ezra chapter 7 and verse 10. Give me the book of 2 Kings chapter 22 and verse 13. And I want Job chapter 29 and verse 34. I mean 34 and 29.
The book of Job, 34 verse 29, and read.
Bring it out.
When he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him?
Watch this. This is the point.
Whether it be done against a nation,
Whether it be done against a nation, whether he wants to judge a nation of people or what?
or a man only.
So the Lord can judge a nation or he can judge an individual. Us as a people, our particular people, we've been judged as a nation.
Right,
You
right.
see what I'm saying? Do we get judged on the individual basis? Of course. You see what I'm saying? But as a nation, we've been judged based off of our disobedience toward the Most High God. Every single person in Israel wasn't wicked. Every single person in Israel didn't break the commandments.
Right.
But the Lord still did what? He punished us as a nation of people. So what we trying to do, and why we focus so heavily on getting our nation together, and not because if we wanted to, we could be at home with our wives and stuff and our children.
Right.
You feel me? Our kids, getting ourselves and our households together, just focusing on that. But if the Most High God put it in brothers' spirits and brothers' hearts to come out here and get the nation together as well, right? Go ahead, bring us up. Ezra, who got Ezra?
Book of Ezra, chapter 7, and verse number 10.
Bring it out.
For Ezra had prepared his heart
It said Ezra prepared his heart, meaning his mind, to do what?
to seek the law of the Lord,
Right? So like you talked about, getting yourself together. Right? Go ahead.
and to do it,
Read.
and to teach in Israel
But then it said, and to teach in Israel. Go ahead.
statutes and judgments.
So he got himself together, and then after he got himself together, he tried to go out and get his nation together. And that's what we try to do as well. Bring this up.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 22, in verse number 14.
13. And real quick also as well, a lot of times, us focusing on an individual level, in a way, not fully, I want to make that clear, not fully, but in a way, it negatively affects us because these other nations of people, they focus on their nation.
I think that's a cultural move.
Well, and that can be, but
two things
okay.
happen is if we are cursed or have been cursed, I don't know that to be true or not, but it's possible.
Right.
If you're talking about lineage based on the Bible, and it said your seed will be cursed. Then you talk about culture,
Right.
and you look at the Jewish culture, Italian culture,
Right.
Chinese culture. One philosophy that I came up with watching this since I've been on this planet, and going through this transition y'all going through, which is a good transition.
Operation Most High.
It's a good transition, and if you stay here, cool. If you advance to something else, cool.
Right.
Is that I notice because of this curse, or because of what's happened to our people, especially in America.
Sure.
I can only speak about America. I mean, Africa seems a little messed up sometimes, but it's good stuff happening over there too.
For sure.
But over here, we've been tossed like sand. Take a can of sand and toss it in the air. That's how we are. And so we have to assimilate into American society, period. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Right.
Now, if you don't focus on self and you focus on building a nation that has been cursed, wouldn't it be God's time, and we don't know when that time is, to lift that nation or uplift that nation?
That's a great question.
Of people,
That's a great question.
right? So what you guys are doing is say we want to build a nation and lift our people. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. It's all transition. But I think if you look at the Bible, it says that you will be cursed, you will be blessed. It's all these things. But when you go through this journey of life, depending on how long you live, you just gonna start seeing stuff a little different. And y'all out here working, putting in y'all personal time, trying to educate people. People walking past like, I don't want to hear that shit. And Jesus did, talking shit. That's okay, because y'all trying to uplift yourselves and your conscience. That's okay. But as you get older, your vision is going to change, your thought process is going to change. Ultimately, if you are lifting your vibration and your spiritual connection with God, you still got to focus on yourself and your family and your wife and your children. See, what a lot of people do is they'll get caught up in certain things because they say, I want to, and it feels good and it feels right. I want to uplift the nation and uplift my people, but you done left your wife at home, your girlfriend at home with the baby for weeks on end, months on end, and now she say, fuck you. But you say, no, I'm a righteous man, right? I'm righteous. I'm trying to build the nation. And your wife or your woman go, yeah, but you're not taking care of home. You see how that happens?
No, right.
You're not taking care of home.
And
right?
that's a good point.
And so our culture, for some reason with our culture, for whatever reason, I'm using curse. I don't know curse. But we like to break tradition. We like to be out here wilding. Right. But one thing that ain't common in the black community is a lot of cultures, they promote marriage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They promote taking care of the kids, right, getting educated, even if you ain't getting educated, focusing on a particular skill set, whether I'm a farmer, I'm an electrician, or whatever, because that's part of their culture. Do I wish our culture was better? Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. I'm from Detroit. I done seen all kind of little stupid shit. Right? Our emotions is all over the fucking place. We get mad at everything. We walking around angry. We have some spiritual issues. We have some spiritual issues, brothers, for real. And how you fight through that devil is you got to really focus and take time to meditate and clear your mind. But if you doing all these things, but you ain't taking care of home, then it don't make sense to me. Right. It don't make sense to me. If you look at the famous names, your Martin Luther Kings and Malcolm X and all that stuff, they sacrificed their families to do that stuff. They lost their lives to do that stuff. And a lot of their children, if you read up on their children of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and other strong, powerful leaders. They home paid the price for that.
Right.
Right? So what I'm saying is it's a balance.
You're exactly right.
You have to balance this shit. Don't get so caught up to where you saying I'm building a nation, but what happens is it just focuses on you. It focuses on you. And because of how we are as being, we say, well, I'm defending this and I'm doing this and I'm doing the right thing, and you get tunnel vision. And guess what happens? Yeah, you might get a big church or a big flock or a big following, but all your shit done fell apart.
Right.
And at the end of the day, your ass done got old and be like, damn, I should have maybe did that a little different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you are 100%
So
right.
all I'm saying is what y'all doing is cool. I appreciate y'all, but don't forget about taking care of home and building yourself up. Because if you weak, you can't build no nation.
Right.
If your spirit and mind is not strong, you can't build shit.
Right.
Right? Sometimes you gotta learn how to be quiet and listen. Sometimes you gotta speak because it's always somebody trying to. It just don't. This ain't based on color. It's always some person behind you, like for whatever fuck. Right.
You be your own people.
Your own people. Yeah. Right. So what I'm saying is what y'all doing is good, elevating your mind, elevating your spirit, but don't block out everything else. Still show some love, not just to black people, not just to everybody, right? But you can focus on us. We damn sure need it, right? We damn sure need it, right? So do what y'all doing, man. But don't let your family and your shit fall apart,
right?
Because you worried about building up the nation when the nation is gonna be the one to say fuck you. Who he think? What's your name?
Yair.
Who Yair think he is? He honest. He think he holy. You know how it go.
Right. Yeah.
You gonna have something to follow.
Right.
My man solid. I believe in him. He's da-da-da-da-da-da. That's all good. All I'm saying is build your own mind and spirit. Learn from what y'all read. Learn from what you see. But to be a true man is a lot. It's a lot. To really be a man is a lot, man. It's a lot. And I ain't saying a lot like negative. It's a lot. It's a powerful thing if you can really control your energy. When y'all walk down the street, y'all shouldn't be looked at as, these niggas. Y'all should be looked at as like, something aura. What's this aura around here? When you come in the room, it should be like the gods is following you. That's how it should be. But you can't do that by forcing people. You can't do that by leaving your family behind. You can't do that by, just it's a balance. That's all I'm saying.
No, we agree.
It's a balance.
We agree. We agree with everything you just said.
So I gotta go, but I appreciate y'all, brother. All right,
King. It was good. It was. I enjoyed the dialogue, brother, for sure.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the dialogue for sure. Nothing you said is in vain, King. Just know you God's chosen people.
All
We
right,
believe we the Israelites. We believe that you'll be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Be safe while you're down here.
Yes, sir.
Right? We appreciate the conversation, King, for sure.
Love. Yeah.
What's your name, King? If you don't mind me asking. Dennis.
Yeah.
All praise to the Most High.
Know your lineage and all that. All that's important because all that DNA bloodline is flowing through us. That's why y'all feeling what y'all feeling. But you gotta balance that shit out.
For sure. For sure.
Always wanted to talk to y'all. So I'm like, I guess I'm in the agnostic range.
Agnostic? What do you mean by that?
So I guess the definition is like you believe some kind of higher power, but you don't really believe in God.
Like borderline, not atheist, because you believe in something obviously, but
maybe.
on the fence a little bit.
I don't know. I guess.
What's your nationality? If you don't mind me asking. Your ethnicity.
I'm just a white.
But
my dad's got like an Italian background.
Italian background. So
what do y'all believe in? I'm not familiar with
You
it.
said real quick. You said you always wanted to talk to us. Do you know what we about?
I've seen it, like heard like Israelite
Yeah.
talking, like people out here talking. I've never really stopped talking.
Okay. So we believe. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 30. Deuteronomy chapter 30, start at verse 1, and then I want you to drop down verse 7.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse number 1. It reads thus. And it shall come to pass when all these things come upon thee, the blessing and the curse.
So we believe that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are under a curse. Read.
Blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind, among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
Right, meaning that we will find out and come into our own when, you understand, we in the land of our captivity. Drop down to verse 7.
Verse 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses.
It's saying, and the things that we going through, the curses and things that we going through as a nation of people, talking about the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, go ahead.
Upon thy enemies.
Upon thy who?
Upon thy enemies.
So we believe that all the things that we had to go through as a nation of people, that's going to go on our enemies, which are the other nations.
So what do y'all like?
So real quick, right. So real quick, we believe the same way how we went into slavery on ships, put into bondage, captivity, got sold to the highest bidder, families ripped away and taken away from one another. We believe that that's going to happen to all the other races on the planet.
So what about like religion? Like, do y'all believe in God or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We believe in God. And yeah, we believe in Christ. We believe in the Bible. But we believe that we God's chosen people, and we believe that all the nations that put us in slavery, captivity, bondage, took away our house, broken up households, so on and so forth, all those things are going to come upon them when our king comes back. That's what we believe.
I feel like you're talking about white people.
I mean, did the white people do that to us?
I'm not good at history, but I feel like.
Come on, we both know. We both know what happened,
So
right? But it's not just white people.
Is it like
all the nations?
Is it like hate me? Like you hate me just because I'm white, or you just don't believe?
I don't hate you just because you're white. No, I hate y'all for what y'all did.
Right.
Your ancestors.
Yeah, I feel like.
Right, not because of a color. I could care less about a color. Like I said, it's not just white people.
Same.
The East Indian man did stuff like that to us as well. The Arab man did stuff like that to us as well.
Right.
The African man did stuff like that as well. So it's not about a skin color or you being white. It's about what they did to our ancestors.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what we believe in a nutshell.
So like, what's the point of being out here tonight? Are you like recruiting? You just
we giving out knowledge to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Gotcha.
That's what we're doing. We're giving out knowledge to them because our people need it.
Right.
Y'all people, y'all got everything that y'all need for the most part.
Some do, some don't.
I mean, y'all got your own land.
Everybody though?
Yeah, for the most part.
I live
our
2
people.
blocks away and I see white homes.
No, I'm saying this is our country though.
Whose country? We all live here.
Not really.
You guys don't live here?
Kinda, so there's something in the air still. I don't know. We might be next. They already getting our brothers up out of here.
Right. See that?
I don't think it's that way, is it?
I mean, you're not in our shoes, so you wouldn't really know.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, that's all. Just you never know. We gotta live like that. We gotta live thinking about, damn, shit, might be next.
Right.
I feel like that. You don't gotta necessarily think that way because, like I said, this is your land.
Right. I don't really think of it like that.
I know. I'm saying
really...
it on purpose though. Like you don't, like that doesn't cross your mind because your people didn't go through the things that our people go through.
Right.
So by default, that's not gonna run across your mind.
I guess I'm more like I don't see color either, so it's like.
Well, no, it's not about
black,
color though.
Mexican, Asian, whatever. We all live here. It's I guess not our land, but.
It's y'all land. Y'all literally enforce and put laws upon this land mass. It's y'all land. Come on now. I can't go to somewhere. What's going on, brother? Doing all right? You got minutes of the words of the Lord? I can't go to a landmass and then enforce my laws upon it,
Slack.
my ideologies upon
Slack.
it, all type of other different stuff, build buildings on it, kick a whole nation of people out of it, and then say it's not my land. Nah, that's my land.
That's fair.
You see what I'm saying?
Do y'all feel like you don't have the same opportunity as any other color or race?
One more time, it's not about color.
Right.
It's not about color, just so we can nip that in the bud.
Right.
Again, it's not about
The
color.
question's still staying.
But, no, we don't have the same opportunity. I don't believe that.
How do you feel that way?
Because
Like, give me an
most
example.
jobs, give you an example.
Yeah.
Most jobs, I give you a perfect example of something that's real life that happened to me. So at my job, right? It's a job or whatever. The point is, hey, y'all remember who y'all are, man? Talked to them before, but anyways, at my job, right? Job that I'm at.
You mind if I ask you where you work?
I don't really necessarily want to put it just because it's live, but all right, okay, you said break down here, brother. My job that I work at is somebody else that works, other people that work there, obviously. Right, their experience in getting hired was vastly different from my experience in getting hired. To the point to where I got forgotten. And I'm not saying that this happens to every so-called African American. I'm not saying that. I'm just going based off of my experience. I got forgotten in the process of the hiring ordeal or whatever the case may be. So when I put my application in or whatever, I had to go months of calling in, emailing, a bunch of other stuff.
Right.
And then they finally hit me back, right? Time went by, boom. Eventually, long story short, I ended up getting the job. Boom. Fast forward, I go and talk to the other people in the company. They're not of my ethnicity.
Right.
Theirs was vastly different. They put their application in, they got hired for them. That's what it was.
But here's the thing, I guess my thing with that would be is like, there's other people that probably applied, there's other people that probably went through that same process. Have you talked to those people?
I just told you that the people that I work with, it's not a
hired,
big company.
Right. Got hired, right.
Right.
So what about the people that didn't get hired, the people that went through the same process as you do that didn't get hired?
I can't talk about somebody that did get hired. I don't know somebody that did get hired. So I can't speak to that. Like me speaking on somebody that would be ignorant of me to do that. Because I don't know. I haven't spoken to somebody that went through
But maybe they went through the same process and they didn't get hired like you got hired.
I don't know that. I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't know because I can't make an assumption on something that I literally don't know.
Right.
I haven't spoken to somebody that went through that.
Yeah, I feel you.
But like I said, I was giving you my experience. Now, even on a broader sense, last hired, first fired. See what I'm saying? We get racially profiled all the time. That's a given. I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't even want to say that, but myself, I keep speaking about myself. Racially profiled multiple times. I got put in the back of a police car at the age of, how old was I? I think I was 14. All down by Warren Central. Right, 14 got put in handcuffs and put in the back of a police car because we was walking at nighttime. And they was just questioning us about where we was going. All we was doing was going back home, leaving from a friend crib.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But they see 3 black people, so-called black people out walking at nighttime, and they automatically assume, wait, what are they doing out walking this way? Or whatever the case, or whatever they assume. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would say it's different.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not
opportunities as well as how we treat it. I would say it's different. Yeah.
I'm not saying there's not racism. Of course, there's tons of racism.
No, I know you're not saying that. I'm just saying you just asked like the question as far as the difference, and I'm just giving you my experience based off of that. That's all.
Right on. What's all love?
Oh, you got something?
And I was gonna say you got white collar and blue collar jobs as well.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Good point.
Now I was gonna say usually the blue collar jobs are the people like they're not people of our ethnicity.
Right.
You know, we be the ones. Yeah, like we don't get the corporate positions. We the ones that's like getting it out the mud.
Kevin Gates.
That ties into my job. I'm a custodian, so most of the custodians, they black people, and the people that's over the school administration stuff are white people. And also the people that's in the lunch, that do the lunch, get paid less, so-called Hispanics. Hispanics, they assist too. And the people that own the buildings, the teachers, so-called white people.
Yeah. You ain't lying. I mean, you ain't lying.
Yep. So that's kind of a dynamic.
Gotcha.
Living in America as so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American. Not to mention we got forcibly brought here against our will. Our ancestors did.
Yeah.
And our ancestors didn't ask to be over here. And then the ones that was over here, they got kicked out.
You feel like.
And now to this day, in 2025, they still getting kicked out of a land that was literally theirs at one point in time.
Do you feel like you want to be here, or like you
don't feel like, oh God, I definitely don't want to be here. I hate this place so much. I hate this place with a passion. I have a strong hatred for this place.
So I guess next question is like, why not go somewhere then if you don't want to be here?
Typical question. My actual homeland, I can't because if I go over there, for one, in order to be a citizen in the land of Jerusalem, you have to, in their eyes, be Israelite by blood. But to them, they don't. That's a whole other conversation. But in order to live there as a citizen and get the benefits, you understand, you have to be an Israelite by blood according to their standards. Not according to actual standards of being a bloodline Israelite, but according to what they deem it so as.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, it's really illegal to go back so far when it comes to ancestry in that land. It's forbidden to do that stuff like that, and ancestry and different things of that nature, without it for being a certain research cause. Not only that, you actually had a group of armed people that went down there to that landmass. And guess what they did? It was a man came, I'll always butcher his name, but it was Ben Ami, right? If I'm not mistaken. They went down there, him and his congregation, they went down there and so they didn't have multiple benefits they didn't get, right? Multiple, simple stuff like healthcare.
Right.
They was forced to either join the military in order to receive certain of those benefits instead of being able to apply as a normal citizen.
Right.
So a lot of sicknesses fell on them. They weren't able to worship in the land that they deemed sacred unto them. They were forbidden to go there. They got kicked out of multiple places in the land of Israel. So if I go over, and not to mention, they have a strong dislike for my people. So me going over there, one, it's not ran by my people. So all I'm doing is going from one situation here to the same situation over there.
Right.
Only difference is the scenery.
So
Me leaving is not going to do nothing.
outside of Israel, do you feel like everywhere else is better?
No, I feel like it's the same thing.
So just Israel's the only place that's good.
America runs the world. No, you said,
Nah,
do
I
I
think
said, hold
Israel
on.
runs
You
the
said,
world.
you said, do I think Israel is good?
No, I said outside of Israel. Like Israel's the only place that's good.
What do you mean?
So you said you would only go to Israel, right? You said you wouldn't
That's
go
all.
anywhere
Yeah,
else.
because that's my homeland.
Right.
Why wouldn't I want to go back to my homeland?
So you feel like every other country is the same as America?
I don't
it's
want to
all
go.
equal?
I don't want to go anywhere else except my homeland.
Gotcha.
Like if I'm from Germany, for example, if I'm from Germany and I got brought to another country, you feel me, against my will, and I say I want to go home, why would I go to Ireland?
Right.
When I just said I want to go home.
Right.
My home is in Germany. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, my home is in Israel. I don't want to go nowhere else but to Israel. I want to go home.
Right.
So me going somewhere else, that defeats the purpose of me wanting to go home.
Yeah. Makes sense. So out of the 200 plus countries, so Israel's the ideal place where you want to go.
My home.
So you're saying the other 200 whatever countries are all equal in terms of you don't want to go there. There's not a better place in America.
I want to go home.
I hear you.
So it's not about if another place is better. It's about me wanting to go home.
You
I want to dig my feet in the sand over there.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I want to be able to walk around my homeland without having to be racially profiled or without having to look up at a government system that's not mine.
Yeah.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Because it got overtaken by a different group of people.
Right.
So no, I want to go home. It's not about what's better or it's about where my home is.
But you said that's not an option, right? So let's put that on the side burner.
Why?
But you said it's not an option to go back,
Right.
right?
But I don't want to replace it with anywhere else. If you have a house and that's your home and all your stuff is there and that's what you're familiar with and that's where, you feel me, that's what you want, why would you put that off to the side and try to go somewhere else? No, you want to go home.
Well, if I'm saying my house don't work, but there's a bunch of other houses outside of my Israel house where I really want to go.
Yeah, but what's that old saying? There's no place like what?
Home.
There's no place like home.
Right.
There's no place like home.
Got you.
That's the dynamic, right? But what's going on, sisters? How y'all doing?
Right on. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
I'm just trying to learn how
Nah,
to
you good? You good?
All up.
You good? It's a cool dialogue.
Yeah, appreciate
Cool
it.
dialogue. All right, what's going on, sisters? What y'all doing? Doing all right? Y'all see something up here that interests y'all? What interests y'all? Well, all right, you shook your head. Yes. What interests you that you see up here?
Trying to read all the stuff.
Trying to read all this stuff. Oh yeah, all this stuff up here. Y'all can scoot up too. We family. We all family. You said all you try to read like this stuff up here. Out of all the pictures up here, which is the one that catches your attention the most?
The devil.
You said what? This one? Okay. That catches a lot of people's attention. You know what I mean? I'm assuming your question would be, why did we have devil horns on who the world calls Jesus Christ, right? Right? So I'll answer that question for you, all right? Go to the book of Revelation, chapter 1, give me verse 11. So, a lot of people would say that this right here is a depiction of Jesus Christ, right? Y'all would say that as well? Right, so cool. So that's the depiction that they put out there. But then there's a depiction in the Bible.
Right.
Right? So let's see what the depiction of Jesus Christ is in the Bible. Right? Print this out.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 11, and it reads thus, saying, I'm Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. And what thou seest,
It said what?
and
What thou seest.
This is John the Revelator. This is Christ speaking to John the Revelator. And he said, what you see, read it.
right in the book.
What?
Right in the book.
So now let's see what John the Revelator seen with his eyes and what he wrote down. Right? Jot down to verse 13.
Verse 13, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Right? So he's seeing Christ right now. He's seeing Christ and what he's going to look like when he comes back, right? Go ahead.
And girt about the paps with a girdle.
He had a gold belt on. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like
He
wool.
said his head and his hairs were white like wool. Right? What does it mean when your hair is white? It's the color, right? But it said, it gave the texture of it though. It said like wool. What people have woolly hair? What does woolly hair look like? I know, you ever seen a sheep?
Yeah, it's like
Thick, curly,
yeah, curly
right? What y'all got? What we all got up here? That's woolly hair. Do this man got woolly hair?
No.
Nah. It's not woolly hair, it's like straight stringy hair. Right? Now let's keep reading. So that's strike 1. Let's keep reading.
As white as snow,
Right?
and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right, he had red eyes. It don't mean his eyes was literally on fire, but he had red eyes.
Right.
In his feet,
Like
like
I said, his feet, right? Your feet the same color as the rest of your body, right? We can all agree on that. Cool, let's go ahead.
like a fine brass.
Y'all know what color brass is? All right, y'all ever seen a penny? That's brass.
Right.
Right? But it goes into context, read.
As if they burn and they burn it.
You burn something, what happened to it? It might get darker. Right? You ever burned some noodles before? Right? Everybody burned noodles before, man. Right? But when you burnt them noodles, when you forgot to put the water in the noodles on accident, you burned it, what happened to it? It got dark in the center of it. See what I'm saying? So what is this saying? It's saying he was a dark-skinned man. He was brown, but he was of a dark complexion. See what I'm saying? So we know that this can't be him. Right. And not even in a literal sense, but just depiction-wise. This can't be him. Because this is not what was described when John seen Christ. So we put devil horns on him. Right? Do you know what the word devil means? How old are y'all if you don't mind me asking? 20? Okay. So the word devil means deceiver. Right? A lot of people think devil means like a red man, he got a tail, like he's poking people in the butt with a pitchfork. The word devil just means deceiver.
Right.
So this right here is a deceiver. This depiction is a deceiver. Why? Because the first thing when people see these certain images, what do they think? They think Jesus Christ. When you think those images and you think Jesus Christ, what do you think? You don't literally think this, but your conscience is thinking this. A so-called white man is coming to save me one day. A lot of people don't understand the psychological disadvantage that puts our people in, because now we look at specifically the so-called white race as what? We treat them a certain type of way, right? But then guess what? We look at our own people like what? Niggas, right? women like what, whores, right? And we treat them as such. You see what I'm saying? We treat them as such. So the point is what? So the point is, when you treat the, or when you look at our people and you see them, right? Not y'all specifically, but the majority of our people, and you look at them, you treat them how you
Hold on, I
think
just
about
turned
them.
it on.
That's how you treat people.
Huh?
You treat them how you think about them, right? And vice versa for all the other. So the point is, this image right here has been set up
Daddy
to
Esau.
deceive the masses of the people.
Or Daddy Esau.
And people say, and people say all the time, if that don't matter, it don't matter what Christ looked like. It don't matter what he looked like. If it didn't matter, then what was the point of changing and making this the known image throughout the four corners of the earth that that's what Christ looked like? If it really didn't matter that much. You see what I'm saying? So, what do? Or not necessarily us, because we're not the ones that put it on there. That was just a picture that got printed out. But it's a picture of that man with devil horns on it. Because why? That's a deceiving picture.
Right.
Right? And we like truth, not lies. You understand? And people have been told enough lies already. Right? So what we got to do, we like to pull back the cover and reveal the truth on things. Right? Especially when it concerns the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because we the ones that have been lied to the most. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, that's why that is the way that it is. More so he would be like you see at the bottom. Right? That's more so of what he would look like. Not in a literal sense, but as a depiction wise. He would look more so like that. Dark skinned man, right? Kinda like grandpa. You feel me? Grandpa got gray hair. You feel me? Eyes be kind of reddish a little bit. You see what I'm saying? That's what Christ would actually look like. Right? And remember, if it's in the book, that means it matters. Right? So a lot of people, like I said, they like to say, right, oh, that don't matter, then why did the Lord put it in the Bible then if it didn't matter?
Right.
Right? So that's one thing. And a lot of our people don't say they can't relate to the Bible. But they say they can't relate to it because they see images like this all throughout everywhere. Right? And they think the people in the Bible was so-called white people. When in fact, right, go to Acts chapter 13 verse 1.
Acts chapter 13, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon.
Right, you have prophets, disciples, teachers, so on and so forth, people that walked with Christ, some people that learned under him, so on and so forth. Go ahead, what was they called? What was other nations calling them?
That was called nigger.
That was called what?
That was
It's called nigger.
So you had prophets and teachers, people of Israel, that was being called the N-word. Who got called the N-word throughout history? Our people, right? So with that being said, are these people so-called white people, or was they just like us? Right. So what's the point of all this? The point of all this is this right here. We've been called lies.
Right.
Right? We've been told lies, we've been called lies, and we still live in a lie. A lot of people are walking lies. Right? Walking lies. Call ourselves black, African American, Asiatic, all these different terms other than what the Most High God calls us, right? So I'm gonna ask y'all, does it matter about what man calls us or what the Most High God calls us?
So I don't think it's
what?
I said, does it matter about what man calls us or what the Most High God calls us? Right, so we're here to show y'all what the Most High God calls you, right? What's your father, what would you refer to yourself as?
They'll get along real well. She's told me about that.
Like ethnicity-wise, like if you filled out a job application, what would you put? African American. Your father African American? Oh.
sorry.
I'm already blind, sis. Come on. No, I'm just fun. Right, but you said what? African American. Well, Jamaican. Okay. What about you?
African American and Caucasian.
African American, Caucasian. The mom is Caucasian.
Mom is
African American, and then pops so-called. And the reason we say so-called is because nobody's white, just like how nobody's black. Like, am I the same color as this brother shirt? Right. So that's why we say so-called, because nobody's literally black, nobody's literally white. Right. So your father be so-called white man, right? Okay, cool. Right. So go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, 68. Right, I'm gonna just show you this one scripture real quick, all right? If y'all got any questions, just ask me, all right? This is an open dialogue. And we love when people ask questions.
You guys go live on Facebook or Instagram?
YouTube.
YouTube.
What's your YouTube so I can send it to you?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Now, I'm gonna speed this up for y'all, right? The word Egypt means bondage, slavery, or captivity. All right? Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
What?
With ships.
What people went into slavery on ships, brothers?
Bro.
Come on, bro. It's all love. Right? What people went into slavery on ships, sis? Right, our ancestors did, right? So far, who does this have to be talking about so far? It got to be talking about our ancestors, right? Can it be talking about the Arab people? Nah, they didn't go into slavery on ships, right? What about the East Indians? Can it be talking about them? Nah, they didn't go into slavery on ships, right? But let's keep reading.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
Right, saying we shall be sold into our enemies, right? Talking about, so when we get off those slave ships, we're going to be sold into our enemies, right? Go ahead.
For bondmen,
Slave men,
And buying women.
slave women.
and
No man shall buy
He
you.
said that no man shall buy you being redeemed, because guess what? We still in the land that we was forcibly brought to, right? That's not being redeemed. People talk about reparations, but we ain't never getting reparations. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never getting that. And even if they gave everybody, that's just that. Even if they gave all our people $1 million, that's still not enough for the trauma and generation after generation after generation of trauma they caused our people and our ancestors. Right? So that's not gonna work. But the point is that happened to none other than who? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans.
Right.
Right? We the ones that went into slavery on ships, got sold, you understand, into our enemies, right? And guess what? We haven't been redeemed yet.
Right,
The point is, who is Moses speaking to right now? Right? Read 29 and 1.
Deuteronomy 29, verse 1.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
He said to make with the children of Israel. Right? So Moses is speaking to the Israelites and told the Israelites that they were going to slavery via slave ships. Right? So, in turn, what are we saying? All we saying is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people, the Israelites. Right? We're not black people. Why are we not black people? Right, it's just a color. Right? Can you speak the language black? Nah, that sounded dumb when I even said it, didn't it? Can you go to a landmass called black? Right, so how are we black? We're not. Right, what about African American? Are we African American? Huh? So the term African comes from an Italian man named Leo Scipios Africanus. Right, he conquered the land of Africa, then he named it after himself. Right, America comes from a map maker. He was a cartographer called Amerigo Vespucci. He mapped out the land of America and then named it after himself. Hey, we love y'all brothers, man. Y'all brothers be safe, all right? So he named it after himself. So that's where you get the term African and American. So when you put it together, they said, they just told us one day, hey, y'all African Americans. Brother Jesse Jackson came out with that, but that's another story for another day. But the point is, it's impossible for us to, ethnicity-wise, be African Americans. We don't descend from two white men named African Americans.
Right.
Right? The ethnicity is a bloodline of people you descend from. Right? So by citizenship, we are Americans, but that's citizenship. That's just because we were born here. Right? If I was born in China, by citizenship, I would be a Chinese man, but am I Chinese? No. Right? Not an ounce of Chinese blood in my veins. Right? So the point is what? The point is, all those terms that modern day we get called, like American Black, African American, Negro, Asiatic, foundational Black American, so on and so forth, those are man-made terms. Are we going to go by what God called us or by what man called us? We got to go with what God called us. Because that's what matters at the end of the day, right? Right, so we telling you, right, you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. It's your God-given nationality, right? You would be what's called, right, Edomite, right? Your forefather will go back to Esau. Your forefather will go back to Jacob, who got his name changed to Israel. You see what I'm saying? So that's God-given nationalities. God gave everybody a nationality upon the face of the planet. What's going on, King? Y'all brothers doing all right?
Most definitely.
Y'all brothers be safe while y'all down here, family, all right? So we got to come back to what the Lord called us as the point. Right? What did the Lord call you? What did the Lord call us? Nah, you good? You good?
So,
say what? Oh, no, you good. So, remember earlier when we spoke about the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? You heard me say that term a lot, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So, each one of these is an individual tribe, but they all come from the same nation. They all come from the same forefather, whose name is Israel. Right? So you got 12 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi,
so
all the way down, right to Issachar. The point is, or Naphtali rather, on this side. So the point is, each individual one goes with modern day society will call us. So modern day society will call us American blacks, right? Those are the ones that's from the tribe of Judah. West Indies, which are your Jamaicans, so-called Jamaicans, they go back to the tribe of Benjamin. Right? The Haitians, modern day, they call Haitians, right? Most High God say they come from the tribe of Levi, so on and so forth, all the way down. Right? So that's what each individual tribe is. These are tribes, right? Because Jacob, whose name is Israel, he had 12 sons. Right? He had 12 sons. And each son, right, birthed what? A tribe. Right? So that's what this is, right? Right? And that's why we say you will be Israelite for the tribe of Judah. That's the same tribe Christ came from. Right? That brother behind you here is Israelite from the tribe of Gad. Right? So you got people that's from different tribes. Right? And like I said, this is all from under the sect of Israel. Right? Whose name got changed to that. Originally it was called Jacob. Right? Your forefather would be a man named Esau. Right? You will be a descendant of him. Right? Your nation is called Edom. Right? So right now we giving y'all back y'all God-given heritage. There's no such thing as white.
Right.
No such thing as white. Don't ever let somebody. When you hear somebody say that, they can say it, but when you hear somebody say it, you just gotta think to yourself, I ain't never seen nobody the color of this. When people say black, you gotta think to yourself, I ain't never seen nobody literally the color black. You know what I'm saying? We can't speak the language black, so on and so forth. Right? So those are not real terms. Those are terms that was made up and placed upon people throughout the process of time. Right? So that's what we are here teaching. So y'all got any questions about anything? That's all over there? Yeah, just different history of going over a multitude of topics. You see the Native Americans over there, right? It's just a visual representation, so because we know a lot of our people visual learners as well. So it's just a representation of different histories, you understand? Visual representation of how so-called Native Americans who would be Israelites from the tribe of Gad and Reuben, right? How they wore fringes, which goes back to the commandments that you read about in the book of Numbers, chapter 15, right? So on and so forth.
Oh, so that's talking about the slave trade right there.
Yep.
Right there. What is this image of? Here.
Conquistadors. Talking about Christopher Columbus.
So we were just talking about this earlier, right? You know what Catholicism is? It's just Catholic. I know you know what you heard of Catholic, right? So Catholicism, right? When you go into the history of how their expansion and so on and so forth, right? When you go into the history of that, there was literally those people that came over here to this landmass. What's going on, King? People that came over here to this landmass, and what they did was they did what's called a forced conversion. So they came over, and you had the Hispanics and Native Americans in this landmass, and they forced them to convert to Catholicism. That's why a lot of Hispanics they claim themselves as Catholics. We just talked to some Hispanic brothers. They was Mexicans, so-called Mexicans, and he said, I'm a Catholic, right? Majority of them are Catholic because, like I said, when the conquistadors came over here, right, from Christopher Columbus, even from Hernan Cortez and many other different people that came over here with that, they forced that on them. And if they didn't convert, they would burn them on stakes.
Right, right.
If they didn't convert.
Dash their kids against the stones.
So that's a representation of that. Get hung, get burned on stakes, right? See, that's where you got to convert. Or you can just fight to the death. If you survive, you survive. So that's what that's going into. It's a lot of dark history when we start talking about what the other nations did to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
A lot of people don't even know that. A lot of people don't know they had things called hit the nigger baby, where you would set a baby up on a stool thing and you would try to throw stuff at it to hit it. They don't know that they would feed our babies to alligators and use them as alligator bait. They don't know that the Native Americans, they would come and they would cut open the a pregnant woman's stomach and rip the baby out. See what I'm saying? And that's just a small thing of the things that happen to our people. Right? So it's a very demoralizing history when it comes to what the other nations done to our people.
Right.
Hence, the way you'll see, probably when you watch the videos, but you'll see how and why we feel the way that we feel. Right? About those differences. Right? Because how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Yeah. It's a very evil thing, but nonetheless, the point is, right, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we gotta serve the people, we the Israelites, and we gotta repent, come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Because at the end of the day, right, we trying to get out of the situation that we in as a nation of people, right? And we do that by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? What's your name, sis? Kyra? What's your name? Jasmine and Kyra, y'all be safe right there. Y'all got any other questions? My bad, I ain't mean to cut nothing off. For sure, y'all be safe right there, alright? Operation outside. Alright? What's going on, brother? God's chosen people can't be safe while you down here, alright? So all praise to the Most High, right? Satan, Ishmael, God, right? So all praise to the Most High. With that, right, give me the book of Isaiah, or my bad, give me the book of John chapter 11 and 11. I'll give you John 11 and 11. And real fast too, that elder that came up here earlier, right, he was spitting a lot of stuff that's in the scriptures. Literally, especially towards the end, right? But that's why, real quick, before we get that, go to Deuteronomy chapter 6 and start at verse 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 5. It reads thus.
That was in the same Bible game.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently.
And thou shalt teach them diligently, right? Diligently. Right? Come prove it.
Right.
If you ain't gonna prove it, if you're
Right.
not gonna prove it, just keep walking. Don't even say nothing.
Right.
Right.
Right? That's a coward move to say something and just keep going.
Drive by.
Yeah, like what we doing? Right? Hey, in the never mind, we lost. That's a weak thing to do. Right? What's going on, King? You guys show the people, brother, alright? Trying to take a flyer? Just a YouTube channel going into our history. Right behind you, right behind you, right behind you. Y'all guys show the people, family. Y'all be safe while you're out here, alright? What's going on, family? Y'all guys show the people. Alright, y'all heard of the Israelites? Right? Go ahead. You put your head down, brother. You already knew, brother. What's going on, King? Which one? Alright. Brother, you always clean, brother. You dress like that 7 days a week, don't you? Yeah, I know. Clean, brother. Alright, man. You know it's always love when you see you, brother. Alright. You say before you down here, King. Alright, go ahead.
God, verse 7. It reads, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
Right, it said, thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. So the elder earlier, he was talking about what? He was talking about, right, yeah, being on the front line, so on and so forth. But he said what? He said, hey, basically in so many words, he was saying, don't neglect your household. And that's a fact. right? Now, as a man, what does that mean though too? Because you only got so many hours, so much time in a day. But guess what? Sacrifice.
Right, right.
That's a part of being a man. You got to sacrifice. It is what it is. You might not be able to do some of the things that you want to do all the time. You might not have that freedom to just do whatever. But that's a part of it though. That's something that we just gotta take. We gotta take with it. All right, y'all God's chosen people, family. Y'all be safe when you're down here. Go to real quick. Go to 1 Corinthians. Never mind. You don't got you. Right, but Paul spoke about that same exact thing. Right. That's why Paul said what he said. He said, "What? I wish that ye all were what? Like me." Right. He said, guess what? When you get a wife, you get children, guess what that means? That's time. That's more time that gets taken away from what? From the Lord, and more time that you got to give away. Because you can't neglect your household. You can't just, it's a wicked thing to say, hey, I'm with the Lord, I'm doing this with the Lord, I'm with the Lord, and all hell breaking loose in the crib, or you're not spending no time with your children, your wife, so on and so forth. Nah, that's Proverbs 11:1, it gotta be a just balance. Right? It got to be a just balance. Right? So the stuff that the elder was talking about, he was on point with it. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 7. It says, "And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way."
See that? Said when you sit in the house and you're walking by the way. Right? Not meaning not just as just always a designated time in which you do this or do that or do this or do that, but nah, it's hey, this should be in your daily conversation. Right? It shouldn't always be every day it's a conversation about the damn a new episode of some show that dropped. Right? There's nothing wrong with talking about something like that, but guess what? If you want to put in or implement in what times where y'all just simply just conversate about the scripture, everything don't gotta be an in-depth lesson. The only time I talk about the scriptures is if it's a lesson. We got reading together. Sometimes we got to just talk about it. Dang, yeah, man, I was reading about how the Lord just is so patient all the time, and then y'all just have a conversation about that. One thing leads to another. Right? Everything doesn't always have to be a in-depth breakdown, or listen, or this or that. You can just, the Lord said, talk about it, and not go about it way, and talk about it when I say this.
I'm saying a lot of the times, me and my real, we go over the testimonies and the blessings that the Lord has brought forth for us. A lot of the gems that we got out of and different stuff of that nature, meditating on those things and being appreciative.
Yeah. A lot of times they just think about what they're going through, not what the Lord did for them. Right?
Nah, reading on. It says, "And when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes."
Right. The point is,
Taking away the seed.
It said, hey, teach these things diligently into your household. Right? So you gotta, what's going on here? Bless Jesus. I ain't got time.
They don't want to hear that shit.
All right. Take a flyer, brother. Take a flyer, gang. All right. Oh, okay. All praise. Be safe while you're down here, King. Y'all thought I ain't thinking about it, y'all. All right, but all praise to the Most High. Right? Give me John chapter 11 and 11.
From St. John chapter 11 and verse number 11.
Bring it out.
It reads, "These things said he, and after he saith unto them, our friend Lazarus sleepeth."
Who?
Our friend Lazarus.
Sleeping.
He said our friend Lazarus sleeps, man. A lot of our brothers and sisters, they sleep. What's going on, brothers? Did y'all get a flyer earlier?
Yeah, we got one.
All right, y'all brothers be safe while y'all down here, all right, kids? Right, but hey, we out here for the Lazarus, so to speak, on a spiritual level. Those that be missing, man. Right? Praise to the Most High.
Shalom, gang. You get your bike fixed?
Nope.
Yeah, if you ever need a ride, just let me know.
Our friend Lazarus
So,
sleeping, but I go that I may awake him out of sleep.
What?
That I may awake him out of sleep.
Right, and we go out here and we do the things that we do that we might awaken our people out of sleep, man. And with that, come your shalom.
Come here, Shalom.
Come your shalom.
Come here, Shalom.
Come your shalom.
Come here, Shalom.